All right, what's going on, guys? Sorry, I just got back from big ass bike ride, so my nose is running and shit. And it's cold as fuck out there. It's cold as fuck. I don't think they realized that I was live, man. What's going on, Ellie? What's going on? Hope you're having a good day. Hell yeah, people. Bear with me. I'm just gonna post the link in the chat. Go post it, pin it. We should be ready to go, ready to rumble. Nice, there you go. All right. We good. All right. What's going on, guys? Graham, Josh. Josh is in the house. Sorry, Josh, but you always do a live stream at the same time as me, so like I can never really make it. Who the fuck is that? Oh, it's Josh. Yeah, you're good. You can shut it off, brother, if you want. What's going
What's
on?
going on? Not much. I don't know how good you can hear me with these headphones in, but.
No, you're clear. You're clear, brother.
Oh, right on, man.
You at work?
No, I'm home because it's raining. I got work tomorrow though.
Oh, nice, nice. You still working in the fields, right?
Yeah, pretty much all done with harvest, but still got lots of stuff to do around the farm.
Nice. That's good work, man. That's physical work, and it's good for you.
Yeah, man, I've been doing that since I was 16 years old.
Oh, really? What up, Gorilla? What's going on? Everybody's welcome to come up. The link is pinned. Just hit the link and come on up. Slow Burner and Blue Steel are on their way. They're still in my other live stream. Yeah, I would have came. I would come to your live stream, but you always manage to go live at the same time as me, so it's hard to do two live streams, you know?
Yeah.
For sure, man. I'd go and support you for sure.
Yeah, no, you were one of the first guys that supported me when I started my YouTube channel, man. I didn't
How many
forget
subs
that.
are you? How many subs are you at now?
I'm at 400, I think, around that.
Oh, nice. You're gaining really quick.
Yeah, I'm doing okay.
Fuck. Faster than anybody else I know, anyways. Bell admin, good morning. What's going on, brother? I was about to say good morning, but it's good afternoon. What's going on? But yeah, I don't know if it's like that over there, Josh, but this weekend I tried to go eat at a restaurant and go watch a movie. I can't even do that.
Not unless you're double shotted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it is here, man. That's why I had to go get my shot. I'm due for my next shot here coming up because, fuck, they put a sign in Tim Hortons, man. Can't come in. I'll show you the sign if it's still up here in 2 seconds. But yeah, it says can't come in unless you have fucking shot. So I was like, well, fuck, they're going to ban me from getting coffee. I'm getting my shot.
I'll sell my soul for that fucking coffee.
Right?
Let's
see here.
People need to stand up, bro. Like, what do you think about this? You think this is right? Like, I don't know.
Oh, it should be, it should be your choice whether you want to get a shot. You shouldn't be forced,
Yeah, like I have the law. I have the law posted for medical as my thumbnail. I don't know if you guys seen it before.
You see that okay?
Yeah, you're good. See it? Oh, prove. Oh, hold on. Let me put that in. Proof of vaccination required by Nova Scotia government to enter business. Wow, bro.
Yeah, that's Tim Hortons.
Is all Canadians gonna let this happen, guys, or fuck, you guys gonna hit the streets or what? The fuck is going on? It's all illegal. This is illegal shit that they're doing. Forcing people onto medical care. What's going on, brother? You guys see what's going on in Australia? They're rioting
Hell
the streets
yeah.
because of it. They're rioting the streets.
Oh, they're rioting now? Yeah, I seen them
yeah.
demonstrating. I watched the Aussie Cossack.
Yeah. Yeah, he's good too. Yeah, him too. He's fighting against it too. And he got that governor, Daniel whatever, out of the fucking office.
He's fucking badass, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, what the fuck's going on?
What?
Don't let this shit happen.
What?
No, whatever you're talking about.
Oh, we're talking about our good friend here.
Josh?
Hold on. Sold his soul for his coffee. But if you think about it, that's what it is. Like every other kid, like, they're gonna want to party. They're gonna want to go to clubs. So guess what? Oh yeah, you want to go party? You want to go to clubs? You want to drink? Well, then get your fucking vaccine.
Get
What
the
do you think's
jab.
gonna happen? People are gonna get the jab.
Fuck the partiers. But I hate that as an excuse. People want to party, so I gotta lose my rights because they want to.
Hey, you remember when you were a kid? How Friday nights were a big fucking deal, weren't they?
But I
Oh,
drank
yeah.
regardless, though. I don't wait for them
Yeah,
to
yeah.
tell me when I could drink. I was drinking at 15 years old.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but
bro.
Friday
Me too.
nights were always the big good night, the party nights. No, like that's when you could sleep in on Saturday and go out with everybody, and that's how it was with me. Like we always had bush parties and shit on Friday nights and Saturday nights.
So when they're gonna start banning everybody from going places and doing things because they don't have a job, what do you think's gonna happen, guys? What do you think's gonna happen? People are gonna start
All the
kicking
business
indoors.
close.
What?
We're gonna implode on them ourselves because if no one's supporting the businesses, they're gonna go away. So it's like they're putting the businesses on the front line with the Private Property Act, and then we're gonna boycott them, and we're all gonna lose. It's a lose-lose battle.
Yeah. But what I wanted to say is, when they're gonna start really enforcing this, criminals are gonna come out, and fucking, it's not gonna be too nice. Crimes are gonna be committed even more.
But the 1%.
Because now you're taking away our food. You're taking away our food, our fucking everything. Your living, your kids' living. People are gonna start going nuts. Just saying.
Here in Canada, everyone's gonna get the shot. It's like the places that are riding, 75 to 80% of the people have the shot, but they're still saying no. You can't tell somebody what to do, regardless of safety. And everyone else is going crazy except Turtle Island. We're so fucking asleep here. It's crazy.
Slow. I put you on mute until you're done, just because I have a hard time hearing Gorilla, and I think you're cutting something. I'm not sure. But yeah, like, what the fuck are we gonna do, man? Are we gonna sit back and just let this shit happen, or
Well, me and you are in the belly of the beast right now. So,
huh?
I knew you were making that goulash.
Asshole.
Yeah, so every restaurant down here, you need to be double vaccinated to go into. The bars, same thing. You need to be double vaccinated and show proof.
That's craziness.
yeah, that's crazy.
Where are you at, Josh?
I'm in Nova Scotia, right on the border of New Brunswick.
See,
Yeah, I
here,
know where that is.
I could still go into the restaurant and order food to take out, but I can't sit and eat it. But my 9-year-old son can, but he's not vaccinated. It's crazy. Everyone in my family can go except me. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah, well, they got that new shot out there. They've been testing out on kids, So they'll probably have that going there real soon, forcing all the kids to get it.
Over my dead body. I kind of knew this was coming because I tried to stop my children from getting the immunization thing, and was that I knew this was gonna come because just how everyone gave me a hard time just over that thing. There it is. Blue Steel is like right in it.
What? What? Fuck, I gotta go in and water my plants today. I forgot about that. Fuck.
I've had mine since 1/26/21.
Oh yeah, yeah. You were telling me that you got it early.
Oh, your vax?
Yeah, there's the vaccines.
Yeah, you jumped
got
on it
one.
right away, eh?
Yeah.
You crazy fuck.
Well, I thought I was
Fucking-
doing good for the community, by getting it, ahead of time, and
Oh yeah, they
I
brain fucked you. That's what happened.
yeah, all that wasn't apparent. No, I'm not getting the booster shot. You can pack that up your ass. I ain't doing that.
No, Blue Steel. No. Don't do that. You have to get your boosters, man. Every year, every month, or whatever they're gonna have to do it. You're gonna have to get your boosters every year, because then you can
You
get
do
really
what they
sick.
tell you.
You
Yeah.
have to now. You're fucked. No,
Fuck you, I
seriously,
won't
you
do
do.
what they tell me.
It's just like Josh. Same thing as Josh. He's gonna have to get his booster every month or every other month.
Hey, they
I'm
had
done with that.
in World War One. They had the mask. This isn't the first time they pulled the mask and shit. This comes back again. They did this in World War One with the influenza flu. Everyone was running around wearing masks because they brought that around. So this is the next generation of what they already tried. I have a video of everyone walking around with like cotton masks on, and they're
Yeah,
saying,
but what about Hitler? What about in the Hitler days? They did the same thing when Hitler was around.
"Well, of course,
They enforced
course.
vaccine upon the population.
of course."
Now,
Yeah,
whenever
repeating.
We're pre-Germany, pre-Nazi. We're Germans right now because they were smart and affluent and they had money too. And the smart ones got the fuck out. We are Germany pre-Nazi right now. And if we can't see it, we're idiots.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you like this here. I remember, this is pre-COVID and all that. I remember whenever in my younger years, the older people used to talk about what they used to call here in the United States the first influenza, and that's what they were talking about, the Spanish flu. And they talked about how bad it was, and people would like get it, and they would break their ribs coughing and stuff like. They were sickly and depleted. So they probably didn't have a lot of strong connective tissue and stuff like that. I'm just saying. But they talked about, but it's nothing like this. This ain't like that. You know what I'm saying?
But they're both engineered. You got to remember, they're both engineered. So they worked on that Spanish flu to get this point here. Because we built immunity over the last maybe 80 years against the Spanish. That flu ain't killing nobody anymore.
Now, this chick that I used to talk to, she was an avian disease specialist. She had her PhD, her philosophical dissertation in avian disease. And she worked for the U of F and some other places. And because I had a little background with nuclear, biological, and chemical warfare, like I told her about, the anthrax shot I took and stuff. And she told me, she said, you wouldn't believe the species and specimens that they have frozen of shit that would wipe out the planet. Yep.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. Can somebody read that comment? I posted on the screen. I can't really read it properly.
Diesel for We the People News. I'm not refusing, give me verifiable proof that the back, but not commit, farm upon I. That's what it says.
They can't confirm it. You're right. They cannot confirm that. They can't guarantee you that the vaccine is going to not cause you harm. I'm a
What?
perfectly healthy. I'm a perfectly healthy person. I work out all the time. I'm really, I'm healthy. So I'm actually really scared to get up and go get that vaccine, and then I die the next fucking day because I decided to get the fucking vaccine. I'm scared of that.
Well, the reason I got it is they made it seem like, like,
You're
okay,
a
everybody
pussy.
was dying.
I am a pussy.
Huh?
Sorry, but I am. I'm scared. When it comes to death,
Okay.
when it comes to death with a needle, I'm fucking scared. I'll fight my way through hell. I'll go through gun battles, but I ain't fucking putting a needle in my arm and killing me the next day. Hell no. Fuck no. I'd rather die. I don't know, doing something stupid. I guess. Just saying.
We got you, Diesel. Hey, so I got the shot because people were dying by the dozens, and they said that the hospital was inundated here at the University of Florida. And so
You know.
I felt compelled when the VA had the shot available, I took it immediately. Not because I was scared of getting sick, because nothing ever gets me really, because I got AB positive blood
You
and
took it
such.
because you had feelings, and that's what it is.
Yeah,
That's what the fucking
Feelings.
government. That's what the fucking government put in your head. You took it because you had feelings, and I don't blame you for that, bro. I don't blame you for watching out on your brothers and sisters out there on the street around your place, your family members. I don't blame you, bro. I would be scared too. I would have been scared too. But you know what? Sometimes you cannot believe the government every step of the way of your life. Just saying.
I'm not getting no more boosters or anything
You
like
have to,
that.
Blue.
My health is
Go.
great.
You have to. You have to go. You have to get your boosters now. Seriously, it gives your nanobots some energy.
Yeah, they
That's
got
what
to
the
recharge
booster
those bad boys.
is. You gotta recharge them, motherfuckers. No justice, Jason. What's going on, motherfuckers? Told you new people would come in, huh? Everybody's here now. Do this.
Well, they know Slow Burner's got supper on the table.
It's still cooking.
Fuck Slow Burner. Slow Burner is fucking cooking like a madman.
Yeah, I cooked that for 5 hours, so when I roll up from Ottawa to Toronto, it'll be ready.
Oh, it'll be ready, buddy. Come on over, man. I'll hook you up.
Appreciate it, brother.
Damn,
Fucking garbage.
they're ready to be done. Look how they're fucking humping.
I had a question. Do you guys think that someone that has COVID and recovers from it needs to get a shot?
Yes, they still have to get the shot. Yes,
But why?
because it's dumb like that, bro. It's done like that because when you listen, when you get a virus like that and you beat the virus, you should be immune because you went through it and you were already immune to it, right?
Yeah.
So you still have to get your vaccine.
That's the whole concept of the vaccine, is to build up antibody to fight it off.
Exactly. So
they're trying to say that their shot is better than nature's immune system, which I have to disagree.
yeah, I canceled it. I restarted the stream, Known Justice, and I started a new one because we've been on for 5 hours. So I decided to shut it down and restart another one. Slow Burner, what's up? I didn't
Hey,
even
guys.
notice you were gone, bro. Oh,
I
there's
just
two of you
dropped-
here.
What is there?
All right, I removed it. We're good. I removed it. Guys, hit the link. Come on up. Is the link posted down there? Jason, can you check see if the link
Yeah,
is
it's
posted?
yeah, it's posted. I just
Yeah, it
used
was
it.
on there.
Thanks, guys.
Okay,
Let's go,
so
man.
here
Let's
we
get the
got
party started. Let's smoke.
we got this
Guy
spicy.
audit.
Yo, I got some nice strawberry ice right now.
Oh, it's in French. That's cool.
Oh fuck! Look who's here. I'm pretty sure this Eric Brown. What's going on? I think he used to come a long time ago. This guy, and he just got back. Eric, you used to come here before, right? I'm pretty sure this guy was like one of my first followers, man.
A study in Israel shows that natural immunity is far better than the shot. I agree 100%.
Well, why do you need to get? Check this out. Why do you need to get double vax? Okay, and after you're double vax, why the fuck do you still need to wear your mask?
The mask doesn't even do anything in the first fucking place.
Yeah, well, exactly. So if you're double vax, what's the point of wearing a mask if your vaccine is so reliable and it's so good for the people? Why do we still have to put that goddamn mask on after double vaccinated?
Because
Oh, I don't know, but you can't get into Walmart and places like that unless you put your mask on. That's super count.
517, we can't talk like that, bro. I got a lot of friends that wear their mask. They're not cowards. I would call them more sheeple because they don't know, they're asleep. But coward is a big word, you know what I'm saying? Use sheeple next time if you can, brother. Yes, Eric Brown, I knew it was you. How's it going, bro? Long time no see. Slow, you keep fucking me around, man. What's going on?
Chef Boyard 50.
What happened? Did you kick slow burner?
Look at Slow Burner.
Jason, what's going on?
Why'd you
I
pick
fucking
slow
clicked
burner?
the other slow burner, you bastard. Slow.
What?
This motherfucker really tricked me, man. Jason,
He's probably taking
I
a
ended up
pencil and
kicking
paper
you.
and smashing it around for the sound effect.
Fuck, that was good.
I ended up kicking him off the stream, bro. Sorry, Slow. I didn't know, man. Fuck.
I didn't do it. You did it.
Oh, there we go.
You
See, supper
bastard.
is ready.
You bastard.
Oh shit!
I set you up.
Is that a... You fucking set me up, idiot. You set me up. I got the clips.
Oh shit.
Rick Crude was up here, Jason, yesterday.
Oh yeah? How'd that go? He's a fucking asshole.
Fuck. You can't, listen. You can't.
I heard he went to hippies as well. It was all nice.
Yeah, after he left here, he went to hippies and sucked on hippies' fucking dick knob, and he was super nice. I don't get it.
He's hit and miss him.
When in Rome, you have
Both
to do
sides
the
of it.
Romans.
What's up, PD?
Guys, shut the fuck up, eh? Don't talk too much. Please. Just saying. Too much talking.
Shh.
Ah!
Jason, what's that in the background of?
That's a
I don't
bar.
know, bro. You don't want to
Random
know.
bar.
Jason, I was watching you yesterday when you went up on Tony's
Oh,
and you
the
had
bar. Okay.
you had the map up behind you of Montreal.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was funny.
I wanted to see that. Did he realize it was Montreal?
Oh yeah, he did.
What'd he
He's like,
say?
"What are you trying to fucking dox me, man?"
He didn't like all the pictures, neither of his family.
You know what? You know what I say though, Jason? They all put it on themselves.
Yep.
Rick Crude, Tony, Billy, they all put this drama on themselves. I'm sorry, but they do.
Yeah, those people are fucking despicable, and whatever they get, they deserve.
He
But
blocked
they-
12 of my accounts, and I just gave up after that.
They're getting attention though. That's the thing. It's like everyone's feeding this negative
Yeah.
thing and acting like it's a positive thing, but it's just about clicks, right?
Now, he told me I didn't have the balls to go up on his panel, so I went up on his panel. And he booted
You
me.
didn't have the balls to go on whose panel?
That's what he told me. I didn't have the balls to go on his panel.
On Tony's panel?
Yeah, on Tony's.
Oh my god, he's a fucking
And then he
weasel, that
booted
guy.
me.
Tony is an insult to fucking Italians. I'm telling you that right now. He's fucking insult. Fucking straight insult. Fucking prick. I'd fucking slap him the fuck out like a woman. Straight out. I'd teach him.
Italian.
Oh, anyway.
He could be like your long lost cousin or something, dude.
Could be.
I wouldn't doubt it. Fuck. Italian families are huge.
I treat everyone the same until I don't. There you go, PD.
The show isn't kid friendly. My kid just walked in and gave me a dirty look and walked out.
Oh, my kids know. They say Daddy's crazy YouTube friends.
Crazy? Is that what you call us? Crazy YouTube
Oh, that's
friends?
what they say.
Fucking nice.
That's what my
fucking
kids
nice,
say.
bro.
You are all crazy. We're all crazy.
Not us, not this panel. We're good here. Yesterday was like the only day we really had a fucking yell out. A lot of people fucking quit yesterday. Oh, I can't handle this. I'm out.
With who, Rick?
Rick, when Billy was here, and
Bill. Even
Everybody.
I can't stand Bill neither for different reasons.
Too
Billy?
Tall had a rage quit. Too Tall Rob. Rage
yeah, Too Tall Rob rage quit too.
He basically pulled the same kind of shit as Dirty Mike in the past to someone I know.
Yes. Did you see what he pulled yesterday?
What else did he do? I was here for a bit. Remember, I came in and told me he's a fucking idiot.
Okay, yeah. You're right. My bad. My bad. Are we smoking a drink and drinking a beer or what? What's going on, you fucking ladies? Motherfuckers.
Fucking cooking.
That's not a fucking excuse. Slow, don't give me that fucking bullshit. Come on.
I only got 2 hands, brother.
Fucking dab away, my friend. Takes one hand. Cook with one hand, dab with the other.
Hey, once this is made, I won't have to cook for a couple days. I'll be good.
He is saying this is why my PlayStation is slow on internet. Why? What did he say before that?
He doesn't have
Eric,
that's why. The
Eric
5G.
Brown says. Eric Brown says there's a pill out now for making the symptoms of COVID to be not as harmful. It will cost a small fortune. It does the same thing as ivermectin.
Oh, I heard about that on the
which
news.
is
Yeah.
the only pennies to make. Wow, what the fuck?
You know what
Oh,
else?
six banger. Good morning. Good afternoon, brother. Come smoke one, man.
You know what else I heard that stops the symptoms is the fucking anti-AIDS pill. Is apparently will
Fucking
stop
eat.
you guys.
You know what you do, Gorilla? Eat healthy. Keep shaking people's hands. Go hug strangers, and that will help you with your symptoms. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
Beer fights off everything.
Yeah, beer's amazing, and especially marijuana. Marijuana, especially when you have a grow up of 150 plants in your house, it helps you a lot. Like our friend here, Gorilla, grows that much, so that's what I was just trying to say.
It all helps.
He didn't catch it. Nobody caught it, guy? What the fuck?
Supposed to do.
Colorado's allowed to grow 12 plants, and I'm fucking pissed. Did you know that, Jason?
12?
12 plants, bro.
New Mexico can do like 18 or something. New Mexico seems really cool.
Yeah.
No, there's only 2 states in America that is legal now, and one of them is Colorado, and they're allowed to grow.
Oklahoma, yeah.
Yeah.
And Oklahoma, yeah.
And New Mexico.
Leaving.
Who's on here from New Mexico? I think Nick. Someone in the chat's from New Mexico.
I think it's Nikki, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Nikki's from New Mexico.
Yeah. The way she was talking, it sounds like Canada, basically.
12 veg, 12 flower.
Yeah, that's what I do too. I grow more than 4 plants because I know they're not gonna come for fucking 4 plants or 2, 3 extra. They're not gonna pull out a big raid and come raid me. You know, it would be nonsense, a waste of money. And cops right now don't even care about marijuana. People growing weed. Where are you going?
I gotta go to the dispensary.
Okay, so bring us with you, bro.
Yeah, let's see.
I want to see the different kinds of weed up there.
Yeah, I want to see that too.
We all want to see it. There
All
you go.
right,
Now you're
leave
screwed.
my mic on because my mic crackles and snaps and pops.
Yeah. Just show us leave your camera on so we can see your city, how it looks like. And one thing I want to say, make sure you dox yourself on the way out. Put your address on camera so we could all see it. Thank you, brother. He's like, what the fuck is he saying?
I already gave you all my CDC record form to copy.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
let's not remind anybody. We're good though.
Do you have a credit card?
All y'all that are too scared to get the shot.
What color is it?
You have a credit card?
White. It's a white card.
Can I see it? I never seen one before.
All right. For Jason G.
I'm gonna get ready to boot him though,
Is he gonna
just
come
so he
back?
doesn't show it.
Is he coming back?
I hope he's smart enough not to show his number.
Did
Yo,
we not have a good wake-up call this morning, or what?
yeah. Oh shit, Blue
Whoa,
Steel, sorry, bro.
it
but I
wasn't
have to
his
kick you,
credit
bro.
card.
Okay, it's not your credit card. All right, good. You scared me, man.
Oh, no. It's my shot card.
Oh, yeah. Is that
Is
your
there
for
a
the
three-digit
vaccine?
code on the back?
Is that the vaccine?
Yeah.
He's got a Pfizer.
Pfizer.
Pfizer EL 324.
I got one on the 7th and one on the 25th.
Cool. I don't know when the fuck I got
Fuck,
mine.
that's crazy, Blue.
Did you feel any
Oh,
side effects?
before I go, that helped me smoke
Yeah.
or make.
Hey, I
A
gotta
numb
go
arm?
because I can't miss the bus to the dispensary because
Yeah,
But
bring
I'll
us
see
for the
y'all.
ride. We want to watch you. Bring us for the ride.
All right.
Can somebody read this chat real quick? I don't know what he says. Gorilla or Jason?
Oh, before
Before
I
I
go,
go.
Sorry, go, Jay.
Oh, before I go, that helped me smoke or make it into a tea. But check this out. Huh? Moline? Leaves cleans up the lungs.
What?
Moline? I don't know how to read that.
Me neither. That's why I asked somebody else to read it.
Before I go, that helped me smoke.
The fucker Mullane leaves.
Moline leaves? There you go. Cleans up the lungs.
Here we see those leaves.
Oh, before I go that.
All right, I'll see y'all in a little while.
What? Blue Steel, I want to see the hood of Phoenix, man. Are you gonna bring us to look at the hood or what?
You smoke or make it into a tea.
You taking Fat Boy
Yeah.
with you?
He has some word issues.
Hell
No, he
no.
can't. He's going to the dispensary.
I'll be out. I'll see y'all.
All right, let us see the neighborhood when you're on your way back.
Turn it.
All
Is that
right.
a chili?
Nicky, 9 indoors. Nikki 9 indoors. Oh fuck! You added her and I booted her. Nice.
Is that a chili?
No,
That's,
Gulag.
Oh,
Gulag.
So there hasn't been drama today, so I'm gonna fucking start some.
wicked!
Yes, let's do it.
So, I don't know who fucking said it because I can never tell who's saying what. But a few minutes ago, someone made a comment. I'm gonna
It was me.
slap him the fuck out like a woman. And I am so sick on all these panels of men talking to other men about being a woman as if it's less than.
Whoa! Hold on, Nikki. Don't twist my word. What I said was I'm gonna slap him out. Like, you know how women fight? They slap each other out. I don't mean like slap
No,
them out like
I
I
don't think
slap
you're
out a
a
woman.
woman. Wait, back up. I don't think you're a woman beater. No. My
No,
point
I don't do
was
that.
they refer to men as women as if that makes them less than. Like you're a fucking pussy and you're a bitch. As if being a woman is less than a man, and I'm fucking sick of it. Sorry. So that's my
I
point.
don't think like that, Nikki, because you know what? I could prove. I have facts, yo. My hardest fight of my whole life was a native woman, and she was wasted, and she kicked my fucking ass. Let me tell you that. She dragged my ass all over that street, boy. Fuck, she was
Well,
tough.
it wasn't directed just at you. It's just you hear it a lot when there's an argument going on between men. The first thing you do is knock each other's masculinity by referring to each other as some kind of a woman. And it just, I'm like, wait a second, because bitches be fucking hardcore too, motherfucker. We'll knock
Oh
you
yeah,
out.
they are. Don't get.
I
don't
don't
get
know if
women
you've seen it or not, but my wife's come in here a couple times and threw me
Knocked
over
your
her
ass out.
shoulder and spun me around.
Yo, she'll fuck you up, Jason. Don't play
I
around
know.
with her. She'll
Don't
fuck your
fuck with
shit
women.
up.
Don't fuck with them.
I don't fuck with women. Me neither, bro. Me neither.
Anyway, that was just my little bit of drama. Nothing big. I just thought,
That was a
it
good
happened-
hard
I thought you were gonna
hit.
bring us some real
Back
drama.
for a minute.
it happened.
Yeah, I thought
so
we were getting
much.
real drama there. Back.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing bad to say about anybody because the one thing I learned a long time ago in life is anything I see about somebody else that makes me think a negative thought, it's something I'm seeing that I recognize from myself that I need to change and nothing about them.
The mirror. I love
Reflection.
it. Yeah, the reflection, the mirror. I'm down with that one.
So when I see something in somebody else and I'm like, oh shit, that's pushing my buttons. I'm like, okay, when did I do that?
We got mad,
I like
we
you.
got
I like
mad
you, Nikki.
respect
I like
for you,
that.
Nikki.
Well, thank you.
I like that of
appreciate
you,
it.
man. For real,
Don't
I
give
really
me
do.
don't give me too much respect or the trolls will start making fucking copies of me.
Fuck the troll. I like trolls, man. I like trolling the trolls, and I like my trolls. Just saying.
I like that I can have a conversation with folks every once in a while, and I enjoy the company that I get socially here on the internet. But I definitely don't ever want to be popular enough to have trolls just because it will chase me away because it's not worth my time.
Yeah. Well, I always put it this way: when you grow on the internet, the better you do. If you're not, this is the way I put it: if you don't do something good, then if you're not good at it, then you're not gonna get trolls. If you're good at something and you're doing good, then you're gonna get trolls nonstop. That's how I take it.
Yeah, somebody's already picking on me a little bit in my videos that I post in the comments about my teeth because, I had chemo at a young age and then I did a lot of drugs in my life, never meth, because just I didn't like, I don't like uppers. I don't like speed too much. I'm more of a down, pot, that sort of thing.
Downer.
The alcohol, but no more alcohol, but I did for a long time. And so somebody said something about it. And rather than getting upset, I'm like, so you're going to pay for implants?
It's so fucking expensive.
I'm like, they are my teeth and I fucking hate them too. I'm the one who has to eat with them. Pity me.
Patriot Defense says, I don't get mad, I get even. May take day or a year, but it will happen. Yeah, you're right, Patriot. Just take your time. Karma's a bitch. It will hit you back. And when karma hits you, it hits you twice as hard.
Yeah, I don't get mad or even.
Karma work it out
for a bit, PD.
I don't
that
get
Gorilla?
mad or
Brick wall in a while.
Gorilla, you're gonna have to talk a little bit louder, bro.
Me?
Sorry, I like to let karma deal with it, work it out instead of getting revenge.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Oh, Nikki's smoking a
Yeah,
joint,
I don't
guys.
get even because I don't think there is my little.
Are you smoking a joint without us?
Yeah.
Fuck's
I'm
sake.
always
Let's
smoking.
fucking light up, guys. What are we doing? She's smoking and we're
That's
not
why you
smoking.
see me
What's going
sitting
on in
outside.
this fucking world?
Yeah, it looks nice where you're at. It's snowing here.
Show us your.
So bad. We need the snow.
Show us the area you're at. Are you in Saskatchewan? Where are you, Nikki?
I am in the mountains.
If you want it.
The
New Mexico.
middle of the Rockies, like mid Rockies.
New Mexico, right?
Southern Rockies, I guess technically.
New Mexico?
Yeah. We're in
Nice.
central New Mexico in the mountains, right up in the.
Cool.
Why did they call it New Mexico, by the way?
So New Mexico was one of the last states. It was the 47th state. And we were part of Mexico for a long time. And then during the Mexican-American War, Mexico abandoned the northernmost territories, Arizona, parts of Arizona, California, and all of New Mexico.
And the states bought it?
Well, the states got it as part of the treaty. So we were a territory like Puerto Rico for a long time. And then we finally voted for statehood. And New Mexico was the name they gave us, I guess. I don't think we had much choice in it because the territory was already labeled New Mexico because they took us from Mexico. Whereas the other parts, they just added them to states that already existed. Like Arizona took on territory in California.
So you're originally from Mexico?
Yeah, the people here would tell you we didn't cross the border crossed us.
Yes, that's true. That's facts, right?
The lines are all imaginary, and the people were here long before the lines, and the people will be here after the lines. The lines are in somebody's head somewhere, and that's the only place they matter.
Yeah. Slow, can you grab that, bro? I have a joint rolling in my hands.
But if you ask people here, they're very prejudiced, the locals, against Mexicans because of that instance where the Mexicans cut them off entirely. Entire villages starved up here because of that war.
Nice. Fuck, I
Hey, y'all
missed
see the-
NE fan yesterday, eh, guys? Fuck.
What's that, Blue Steel?
Y'all see the laundromat? It says Swamp Life.
Swap
Yeah.
life, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think NE needed a break. He's had some people picking on him pretty hard lately.
That's what I want. I want to pick on him too.
Yeah, I think he needed a break, and I can respect that because he's got a strong character to put up with as much crap as he gets.
What do you mean
Yeah,
he's taking a break? He was here last night. He just came here. He didn't go to Hippies, that's all.
No. NE fan's a guy that will always back himself up. He won't take a break. He loves being on panel, and he's like my trolling buddy.
Oh yeah, NE fan doesn't take shit, that's for sure.
Me and NE fan are
I don't
I won't disclose. I won't disclose. Take that mask off, motherfucker. You look funny as fuck. You look like you have a diaper on your face. You're double vaccinated and you need a mask? What the fuck is going on?
He's wearing a condom right now too.
Okay, so I'm
Really?
going to say something that's going to make people hate me. I love
Okay.
the masks and the social distancing. I've always liked my privacy. And in the past, if I tried to walk in with a mask on my face, they'd accuse me of trying to rob the place and there'd be security coming to get me. Now I can wear a mask and keep my privacy off of all the fucking cameras everywhere. And they have to keep fucking 3 or 6 feet away from me, depending on where I am. And I fucking like that too.
Well, it ruins it for
Yeah.
your cover, though.
Well, yeah, when I wear a mask, the only time I wear the mask during COVID, guys, is when I went to audits. I would do it just to hide my face. It wasn't a mask. Like, I'd throw a bandana over my face, and then I go cop watching or audit. You know, I wouldn't wear, like, COVID mask or medical mask.
That's what I
I'd just
mean.
throw-
If I tried to walk into Walgreens with a mask on my face, 2 years ago, even just a bandana, I'd be harassed at the very least, if not arrested under some suspicion. But now I can
Yeah,
wear.
you're trying to fucking rob us or something? Yeah.
Yeah, now I can wear a mask with impunity. I like that.
I'd show up at this gas station before COVID at 2 a.m. The guy would make me remove the scarf I was wearing, and we fought about it, right? And then he fought me to wear the mask again. The same dude. It's ridiculous.
Like, what the fuck do you want from me, bro?
I'm all for the masks. I'm all for the masks continuing forever, only for the privacy it affords me, and it doesn't do me any harm because, see, if I had to work in the public, I might take that differently because I'd have to wear it more. But going in and out of places, the little bit I go into civilization, I'm grateful for the mask. But
I was
but I'm
masked up
also
then.
one of the people who lives on a mountain and goes into town like maybe once a week if I can help it.
Did you get your vax, Nikki?
Hell no.
Are you gonna get it or?
When they make me, they're trying to make my kids. I don't.
Yeah, us too.
I've been watching all the side effects on VAERS and
Scary,
listening
man.
to nurses say that half the time things aren't reported to VAERS because they just don't have the time because they're understaffed. So, you take that into account. And if the VAERS is showing 27,000 people in their 20s have had myocarditis, it's probably closer to 50 or 60,000 at least. And so that tells me that the young people are actually getting worse symptoms from the vaccine than most of them are getting from the virus.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right, and that's what scares me from getting it. And I don't get guys like Gorilla and Slow Burner and Blue Steel and Jason. As soon as the vax came out, they fucking backflipped all the way to the vax shot, and they fucking got themselves jabs. Like, fuck, what the fuck is wrong with them?
Okay, well, hold on a second. Just take a second and take a deep breath before everybody gets upset because he said their name. Everybody take a second. Let me respond before the people whose names he said do, so you guys can breathe. And I'm going to defend them because I don't want the vax, but I also want there to be the freedom and respect for everybody
He's
to do what
lying.
the fuck they want.
No. You guys are fucking sheep. You guys went to get the fucking vax. Be honest, motherfucker.
I went because I like needles. I like injecting shit into my body.
In your veins. No, guys.
I didn't get a
guys,
fucking high off it, though. It pissed me off.
I don't get it, man. Donald Trump told you to inject fucking Javex. All right? Why don't you put Javex in you instead of putting the vaccine? It'll clean your blood out. Just saying. They'll clean your ass out, yo. You want to be cleaned out? Use some fucking Javix.
It was either a free
Right into
shot
the
or I'd have to
ground.
go pay for some heroin.
So here in New
It's a
Mexico,
no-brainer.
here in New Mexico, they offered you $100 to get the vaccination. $100 cash.
Wow.
It drew in
I
a
wouldn't
lot of
pay for it.
people.
But they
And
were,
they
they
did a
were
lottery. And they did a lottery. It was like $3 million or something.
they were letting people go to something if they got the vaccination and free booze. In Canada, they were giving away free beer if you got the damn thing. at first.
Wyoming did a
Yeah,
raffle for guns and trucks.
yeah. It was called here in Ottawa. They did a vaccine lottery, so you could win up to $2 million if you go get your shots, your double vax shots. What are you doing? A shotgun, Jason?
He's using the mask properly.
Yeah, with the beer in your head. Nice.
It's a beer holder.
I love watching people drink. It reminds me why I don't.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, but Jason works though. You work, right, Jason? You
Oh, of
you do your
course.
thing for money. You're not like a Billy. You know,
No, I was
Jason
just
has
gonna
a
chime in on that. Like, yeah, drinking's
Yeah.
one thing, and then drinking's another thing. You must have
Yeah,
seen
yeah,
Billy here.
Yeah, my partner's probably going to have to get the vax because he's a truck driver. But right now they're fighting in courts here. But if that OSHA law passes, if it gets out of the courts as real, then he's going to have to get it for his job because he crosses state lines.
Billy, do you guys get snow? You guys get snow?
Y'all see them cows way over there? That's the University of Florida beef
You guys
production
get snow,
farm.
Billy?
Those are special cows.
Yeah, they're vaccinated too.
Yeah, we do this the right way. How do we do this?
I want my snow. My well needs it.
Blue
If you
Steel, do
get
you
close
get
enough,
snow?
you can see the mask on the cow.
Billy, do you get snow in Philly? Billy, Blue Steel, Blue
I'm gonna
Steel,
catch that bus.
Blue Steel.
Hold on, I'm running in the road right now.
Don't get hit, please. You're on a live stream, bro. Don't get hit.
Excuse me.
Boom, he gets smoked. Imagine that.
You're fine, you're
bro,
fine.
that was
That's my fault.
crazy.
Thank you.
What the
I
fuck
want
is
an
that,
all-day
Slope?
pass, love.
That's what people ask
Sorry,
me.
I
What
didn't
an
mean to
asshole,
start
eh?
on
Look
you
what
like
he's
that.
putting in our face.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I got a mask on, right?
I got enough to feed everybody. Come on over.
I'm coming.
Thank you.
Fuck your mask. Fuck your mask.
Yeah, wear a mask.
Fuck your mask. Fuck your mask. Embarrassed Blue
My
Steel on the
kid's
bus.
favorite dinner you're cooking.
You can't get on the bus without a mask.
They don't let you?
Can you get off the bus without a mask?
Yes, you can get off the bus. And they'll give you a mask if you don't have one.
What happens if you take it off mid-trip?
Take it off right now, Blue Steel, so
When
we
I
see the
get
reaction.
close
Take it
to
off.
getting to my point, I'll do it.
All right. And we want to see.
That's like when I'm walking out the door.
I've never worn my mask yet, guys. To be honest with you. Actually, I can't. I'm
Never
lying.
mind.
I'm actually lying. I'm
That's
actually
the
lying.
University of Florida Pig
I'm
Farm.
lying.
I know
The
you're
first
fucking
week.
lying.
Yeah, I know. The first week, that week and a half, I did put the trust into the government, and I did wear my mask. I could say up to 2 weeks. I did wear my mask because, you know, I have a family, I have kids, right? So I did wear my mask until I did my homeworks on it and started seeing the numbers didn't make sense, and, you know, do a little bit more homework on COVID, and then you read the Agenda 21, and then you watch the Bart Simpsons, and then, you know, it all tells you, and everything comes into one, and then all fucking matches up. Especially the Simpsons, when the Simpsons comes and tells you 15 years later and talking about COVID-19, and then boom, oh, COVID-19's here. You know, no, it makes no sense, bro. So from there on, I stopped. No more.
There's a
Done
sense.
your research. What does the mask do then?
If I want to get
Absolutely nothing.
Ah, you're wrong.
Masks don't do shit.
Nope, you're wrong. It makes it harder to breathe. It's annoying and itchy.
Yeah.
My
It
friends
doesn't
from
stop you
Canada
from getting
wanna know
COVID,
what would
but it
happen
helps
if I
stop
took my mask off
spreading
on the
it.
bus. I'd have to get off.
Sorry, I had to mute him.
It will not stop you from getting it. It's the spreading part.
Well, it stops you from coughing over everybody. But it But if you have COVID and it's on you, the mask isn't going to stop you from touching something that someone else is going to.
No, exactly. Like if you coughed on your hand, and then if you had COVID, put your mask back up and you touched it, then yeah, it can transfer. But to stand in a subway or something, 4 or 5 people around you, you got COVID, no mask, and you cough, well, you might have hit 6 or 7 people.
But
I just think it's I just think it's fucking retarded. A mask doesn't stop you from diseases. Okay, it doesn't. It won't stop you from a virus. If a virus wants to hit you, yeah, if a virus wants to hit you, you will be hit. There's no stopping it. A fucking medical mask is not gonna stop you from catching a virus. It's all full of propaganda.
So virus.
Doctors will tell you, nurses will tell you, everybody will tell you that has an actual license of health, that it's bullshit. It's making more people sick because people wear their mask more than 2-3 hours at a time. Oh, what it causes some bacteria into your mask. It's like warm. It's like a warm looking thing. And if you look at it, it's fucking moving in your mask. So if you breathe one of these microscopic little worms into you, you're getting sick. Just saying.
So I asked her what would happen if I took my mask off, right?
Yeah.
While I was on the bus, I said, what would happen if I took my mask off? She said, you'd have to get off the bus. Hey, now.
Fuck them. It's a public service. They work for the public.
Just a worker.
So the virus has to spread because naturally virus will mutate to a point where it doesn't kill its host. It doesn't
want Wawa.
It can't live outside the host. It needs hosts. So the virus needs to spread in order to mutate to the point where it's not as lethal. And it will.
Okay, you can't get in Wawa without a mask. You want to see? But
really? Do it. Let's be quiet so we can hear them talk. FB, tune them up. Come on up. Come smoke one with us. Let's see if he's going to get warned. Let's listen.
See, at Wawa, some people that work here got masks on, but some people that are shopping here don't.
Nice. People are exercising their fucking rights to not to have to wear it.
Right.
You could just say you're exempt. You could just say you're exempt, and they can't ask you questions, bro.
Yeah.
Cool. Look at that machine.
What is that? A weed
card?
machine? Oh, it's a bank. Here, let me minimize.
Can I see your card?
It's a Wawa. What's a Wawa?
Come on up to FB Tuna Time. Come chill with us, man. Jason, what are you doing down in the chat, motherfucker? C-Mac, what's going on? Graham,
what the fuck am I doing down in chat? What the fuck?
I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. I just want to troll. Oh, we seen your password. Thanks, bro.
Let's see. It gotta be in the multiples of 10s.
I got
200,000? How much fucking weed do you plan on buying?
All of it.
People don't realize, but HIPAA has nothing to do with the people, guys. HIPAA has nothing to do with the people. HIPAA is the law for hospitals, healthcare workers. It has nothing to do with us. HIPAA has nothing to do with us. So, no, it's not against HIPAA.
Yeah, they can definitely ask you what your exemption is for.
No, they can't. Of course not, they can't. That's illegal.
They can ask, you don't have to answer.
Yeah, you could get a serious lawsuit if they force you, and they you could get a lawsuit. Medical information is private, and if you force somebody to talk about it, that's
See,
a
I
lawsuit.
told y'all some wear the masks and some don't.
Yeah, take your fucking mask off. You're exempt, bro.
What's all that? What's that machine right there?
Maybe he feels better with it on, man.
Fuck that, fuck. Take it and shove it.
Put your mask on!
They just told you to put your mask on.
I wish I could bring... This guy doesn't have a mask.
Come on,
Yo,
pull
give props to that guy at the counter. He's not wearing a mask. Hell yeah. Fucking right. Keep doing it.
Come on, I want to see some Karens up in that
We're
motherfucker.
activists. And yeah, this is the live stream from Canada. Epic.
And we don't
Cop
support him wearing a mask. Just saying. Take off your mask, Blue Steel. Take off your mask.
See, it take half the department
Take
to take
it
this
off.
man and put a
Take
mask
it
on
off.
We're talking about exercising your rights, not wearing a mask.
Definitely
No,
no
no, no,
mask.
no. Sorry.
What's wrong? Is he a Darren?
I need a pack of Lucky Strike shorts, the regulars. Oh, yes, sir.
Why
we're
is the
just
store?
talking about
Why is
masks.
the
They're
store
in Canada.
clerk wearing a mask?
That's
He
it.
has to.
Fuck him, he has to.
They're anti-shots, anti-vax. I had both my shots already. Before I knew better. Thank you. Y'all have a great evening.
What is that
Hey,
guy
that looks
saying,
like
Blue
American money. Tell him you want Canadian money.
Steel? That's the real money.
Now, you see that big guy that was behind me that I turned around
Yeah.
to? Okay.
Yeah.
I said, it'd take the whole department to get a mask on him. He said, oh,
Yeah.
do I need to put a mask on? See, he's like, I didn't know. If I need to, I will. And you see,
Oh, what
people
the
are
fuck?
just naturally fucking. Now, he's a college student, I'm sure. He's, but people are naturally compliant. He just don't know mask today or not,
It's a weird looking tree.
Yeah, I don't believe in people wearing masks. That's all I say. I won't judge you on wearing one, but if I could help and stop you from wearing one or teach you a little bit of the law, then I
Well, I'm
will.
gonna
But
cut
I
a
won't.
smoke hole in my mask so I can smoke one of these here Lucky Strikes.
No, then they'll say you're not wearing a mask because you have a hole in it.
Right.
Like, you know how cold it is up here, Epic, and I always wore like a not like a balaclava, but I always like geared up and covered my face with a bandana.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, all the time before the
Okay.
COVID came, right? So it's like I don't want to wear a mask because they're telling me to, but I've always wore a bandana or something over my face all the time.
Yeah, I do the same. Did you get your weed or not? Or you're going there now?
Oh, I wish
Be
I
right
was
back.
$5.
Patriot will be right back. No problem. FVPD.
Y'all missed all that female anatomy in front of me and them spandexes.
I don't know why you were fucking panning the camera to the other way. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh! It'll do the other way?
Oh, you showed, then you went back the other way. What the fuck?
Oh, okay, yeah, I showed the homeless person. I'm sorry.
What?
It's either or with me.
Burner?
Wake
was
him up
looking
and
at-
give him a cigarette.
I was looking at the hotness. Okay, I will.
I want to
Yeah.
see some hotties. What's going on?
Someone said you need a mask to get some smokes.
Really?
Here you are, love.
Yeah, they're trying to
You're
protect
welcome.
you from yourself.
Show us. I want to see them, Blue.
She's gone.
No, he just gave him the smoke.
Oh, yeah.
Say what?
I think I'm gonna start. I don't know if you want to be part of it, Gorilla, but I think I'm gonna start doing something with the homeless, man.
It's a nice
Yeah.
thing to do, man.
Yeah,
I
let's
wish
do
I
it.
could down here.
Let's
I
do
swear,
it.
I
man,
think I'm gonna
for sure.
start it.
Yeah, let's do it for sure.
Just
I-
the smallest of things, man. Just anything.
you know
like
what
a
I
fucking
have
coffee in the morning.
You know what I
Yeah.
have access to? I have
No
access.
idea what it does.
My wife
What?
is the dietary aide, and we get all the leftover food, and she brings it home. Like I have like 40. You know, like I could give food away all day and night. That's leftover
That's-
from the Queensway and a retirement home.
Really, bro? So let's get
something
on
that
it,
would
man.
make a difference.
Let's do a panel, me, you, and the two co-hosts, and we could we could make sandwiches at home and save on the funds for the first couple times and see if people want to jump in and help. Because to be honest with you, I don't have all the money in the world either to drop on shit like that.
Yeah.
But I would love to start helping if any Canadian people want to help. I know I help Bud Grower and KY sometimes when I can. But I'd like to get something like that started for here, guys, and go around because you got to imagine it's tough times, you know, through COVID. They're not getting as much money. It's hard for them. So it'd be sick if I could team up with somebody around here, would be you, Gorilla, and pass up some food to people. ASMR, what's up, homie? What's up, homie? Homie Slice.
All right.
Well, that's why I'm here
Welcome.
to network, to the network for that, for my community. And I have a couple of projects. Like, there's some kids in some neighborhoods I was just came out of, like some big young kids that need shoes, and it's hard for them to get like size 14, like some big kids in like Richie and stuff. So I'd love to raise some funds and give them some kind of shoes to wear, play some ball.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I would like to too, man. We're gonna talk about it more backstage, but I can't do it by myself. So if I could do it with somebody else, would be great.
Yeah, that's what I'm
get
here
it
for.
all on.
Y'all missed a college student riding a scooter with a skirt on.
Why are you leaving, Car? Come back, man. Come up on panel. Come on up. You know you're welcome. Car was here this morning. Guys, I hope everybody hit that like button, eh? Did you guys smash that like button or what?
No, I always hit the thumbs down on my way
I can't see the like button.
Oh, fuck. We have a dirty mic in the house. For fuck's sakes. It's punching Billy in the face, Blue in the face.
All right, here. You want that like button? Here, give me.
Oh yes, tell me about it, bro. Fuck
See what I can do with that like button.
She did already backstage.
You give me a second.
You hear me? Oh, you got cute little dogs there, Nikki.
Thank you. That's Sunny and Shadow. They're happy dogs.
More Americans in the house. Calm your talk down. More Americans coming.
How many likes do you have right now?
Guys. No.
Oh, Canada, the country full of leaves.
No way.
You got 14 likes. Okay.
You're joking, Slow. For real? Loosey goosey.
I'm seeing 60.
Goosey.
Man, why y'all beating the shit up out of Blue Steel? You're punching like Blue Steel and Nikki's dog repeatedly.
Right in the head. Bing, bing, bing.
I think we lost Blue Steel. Y'all been watching the closing testimony on the Rittenhouse trial?
No, what's going on?
What's going on there? Was it his last day?
Huh?
It's too boring, man. It's too boring.
Wasn't it the last day today for him?
Closing statements, but the jury won't be back for a while, I'm sure. That's a tough one.
Did you see Biden said he's a white supremacist?
Yeah.
The fucking, I mean, it was kind of a shocking closing statement. The prosecutor claimed that the teen lost the right to self-defense by carrying a gun.
What the fuck?
Wait, that's
What
the whole fucking
the actual
right
fuck?
Yeah,
He said, quote, I'm going to
stupid.
quote him. You lose the right to self-defense when you're the one who brought the gun.
We have a law like that up here too. If you bring a knife out and you stab a bunch of people in self-defense with a knife, it's like we have the same law. I have some buddies that went down for that exact same thing.
Man, I'd hate to be in
it's not guns, it's knives up here.
So what's the point? Hold on, guys. What's the point? Hold on. What's the point of the Second Amendment? If you could carry and you can't defend yourself with your open carry, what the fuck is the point? I don't get it.
I mean, he was legally allowed to carry his firearm in Kenosha. Where he lived was like across the river, and he worked in Kenosha. His father lived in Kenosha. But
yeah, he's legal.
The claim that he was not allowed to transport across state lines is wrong, and the left is going to go nuts. Their entire narrative of Kyle being a rogue vigilante maniac trumper across state lines to kill minorities with an illegal and dangerous firearm just evaporated, just like Bicep Bro's forearm.
He never carried the gun across state lines.
You know what they're gonna do? You know what they're gonna do, ASMR? You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna use that to make an example.
That's what they're trying to do. Yeah, they expect us just to take. They want us just to be murdered and be okay with it.
Yeah, and then they're gonna take your Second Amendment away.
Yeah,
That's how they've been doing it down here for
that's what
a year or 2 years before they took the gun laws away. What happened is that
they're going
hold on, please,
after
guys. One at a time, guys, please. Hate it when people talk over people. What was I gonna say? No, I lost my saying.
Fucking hurry up!
Oh yeah, what happened here is that there was a bunch of shootings here in Nova Scotia. There was a guy that went around, killed RCMP officers, killed some random people on the streets, and kept doing shootings, and that's how we lost our Second Amendment.
What'd you want to say, Nikki?
Either way, the courts decide they are going to go after gun rights in the near future. This is all staged and contrived to create unrest. At this point, it doesn't matter which way the jury decides. There's enough people on either side who are armed and angry.
Well, I think it's a big message to the fucking rioters. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I mean, and some people say, well, oh, you know, they're not admitting in the media that all three that were shot were white. Well, they were Jewish. All three of his assaulters were Jewish. Okay. And they were also being funded to attend riots. Bicep Bro testified on oath that he had attended 70 plus riots. Who funds this and why?
Well, and Rosenbaum can't testify, but everybody knows he
Is
was
that
there
Billy the Kid?
to cause trouble. I mean, that was his whole purpose of going down there.
I don't
Billy,
know.
you cocksucker, open your camera. Turn on your camera, or I'm gonna boot you. Who let him in here?
Who carries my gun for self-defense? I don't like the idea of telling me that having a gun rules out self-defense, because that's
Right?
the fucking reason I carry to defend myself and my children.
Billy,
as a
you
martial
need,
artist,
Billy, you need to open your camera, or I'm gonna boot you, bro. Hold on,
He's
guys,
probably
please.
hungover.
there's levels to it. It's like if someone's assaulting you, there's stay out of the morgue. If someone's trying to put you in the hospital, stay out of the hospital. If someone's trying to put you in jail, stay out of jail. There's levels to it. You can't just come with the gun and defend yourself against something that is an argument, let's say, or a hospital thing. If they
Oh, is that you, man?
Epic, Billy's at my place, bro.
Oh, that's fucking nice. Fucking
You
assholes
think the
trolling
medic-
me.
The medics in war shouldn't be
What?
armed?
I got you.
Exiled one. Show me your camera real quick, brother, just so I know it's you.
I got you.
All right, brother, you're good to come up. Come on up, shut it off. There you go.
You got me on that. I thought that was Billy Norwood for the actual.
Yeah, that's why you came up, eh, fucker?
You said something the other. Oh, hold on. Somebody's trying to call me. All right, there. Let me end this call. All right, Esmar, you said something the other day, bro, and it rings true when I'm looking at the case, bro. This kid is gonna get off.
Yeah, but I just want to say something to you real quick. I know yesterday was bad. It was a bad live stream. There was a lot of drama. I'm sorry for that. It doesn't really happen here, but sometimes it does, and we can't stop it.
What are you talking about, bro?
Oh, I am no
totally
stranger to the
orchestrated
drama.
that shit show, Epic. We all know what you're doing. That's why it says at the top left, right, it says leave your feelings at the door. See,
Come
this
on.
is
As Mark can tell you, I'm no stranger to drama.
yeah. I mean, and it's just inevitability to err as human. But while the local Democrats call off the police and the DA, there's no one to protect the public but the public. And I think
Anybody
there's
ready?
a lot of people causing vigilantism. I think purposefully, and you know, to piggyback off a lot of the riots, they're orchestrated and hope they'll cause like thousands of incidents like this as a prelude to selling, you know, the coup hysteria, summer violence, and arsons. Those aren't accidents. And Joe Biden himself said today that they condemned vigilantes armed with assault weapons, and said he believes that Kyle Rittenhouse is a white supremacist.
There goes.
Which we all know he's not, right?
He
He's
kind
not,
of
though,
talks
right?
like a cop, though. See the way he
Guys,
talks?
he's not a white supremacist, right?
Well, the
No.
guy shot
My
was.
thing is, I don't think that kid went there
Hold
for
on,
the.
guys. One at a time, please.
Sorry.
Go ahead,
Sorry.
Exile.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You just got up here, man. You go ahead. You have the right
okay.
to speak.
I was gonna say, I don't think that kid went there for all the right reasons at all. But looking at what's going on and what they're saying on the stand, if that kid don't get off, we should all be fucking worried.
Well,
Because with the
Exile,
evidence they got, I've seen cases a lot worse and people get off.
Well, did you see what the defense said in his closing statement just like 10, 15 minutes ago? He says, so you mean to tell me
Yeah, I
he lives
seen that
across
false
the
ass
river?
statement.
No, I'm talking about the defense. He said, so he goes, so
Oh,
this
the
narrative,
defense. I thought, all right.
yes. He goes, so this narrative that Kyle came from another country. When he lived across the river, his dad lived in Kenosha. He worked in Kenosha. He cares about Kenosha. That's what people do. He says, you know, the thing that got me was the prosecutor argued for vigilante action against Kyle and said the mob had a right to chase him. And on top of that, fucking attacked him for getting choked up on the stand. What a piece of shit.
I agree.
Tried to use that as a knock against his character. And that's what they're doing. I mean, the Second Amendment is on trial, but I think they're going to get the fucking message that, you know, when you tell the police and people to stand down,
That's
who's going
what
to protect
jury
themselves?
trials are all about.
Exactly.
Should you guys be letting a 17-year-old have a goddamn fucking rifle?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, he's been trained.
My 10-year-old owns a 22.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for the Second Amendment when people exercise it safely, right? Now, do I think the government should intervene on people being trained or not? No. But it's just like if you go drive a car or a motorcycle, or you know, you need to train with it. You need to have responsible people. You know, as you take the time with that specific weapon. You know what I'm saying?
In my family, we started training them at 5 years old. By the time I was 10, I had my own little 22 Remington.
Yep. Yep.
It's funny because my daughter has a 22 Remington. That's
nice.
So American.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good starter gun right there.
My uncle taught me how to shoot a 22, and we took a brown paper bag and put it up on a tree across the field. He said, let me show you. I took some pop shots. He reloaded it all. He says, let me show you something. He put it down on his hip and went tat, 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 and that bag just
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When my uncle gave me my 22 Remington, I was a little disappointed because he was teaching me how to shoot with an AR-15.
Hey man, can I just say one more thing I think you guys might be interested in that I noticed? YouTube took down a shit ton of independent streams of the Rittenhouse trial, and were taken down by YouTube over policy violations, but CBS News' stream still running, however. Then they gave lower priority bandwidth, or somebody's DDoSing the Law and Crime Network channel. That's the one I've been kind of leeching onto. We have a few of those peeps in our communities as well, and they're just losing their ever-loving shit in the chat saying Kyle is guilty. And we got a lot of spammers and shills, you know, so even people outside of our country getting involved in our shit.
That's bad when the professional guys are getting hit with fucking guideline strikes.
No, it was independent. No, CBS was still up and running. Law and Crime Network went down. The Amazing Lucas.
So why the Independent get taken down? Doesn't the Independent have just as much right to journalism?
Not on YouTube. See, that's what they did to me. We were just restreaming the January 6th Capitol issue thing, and bam.
Ooh, that's a step forward to trying to get rid of us auditors off of their platform.
Yeah, we were just I mean, I got popped on Discord, YouTube, Twitch, and DLive. All four deleted. Fuck you, get out.
No fucking way.
Yep.
Are you talking about when everybody went to the Capitals?
Yep. I had I had 8 media streams all running on one stream, and we were watching it, you know, and all chatting about it. And oh yeah, I became public enemy #1, big tech.
I remember that, dude.
Yeah,
I was writing down.
I'm kind of
I was
proud
going
of
to
it.
chat. I used to
Mhm.
mod for a lot of people, and I was running from chat room to chat room. Yo, they're going to shut you down, and they didn't believe me.
Can I ask a related question that's slightly off topic?
Yes.
In this particular trial, several YouTubers have testified. How do people feel about the fact that YouTubers and streamers and videoing can draw you into something like this in the way of being like subpoenaed and stuff?
Well, I mean, a lot of shills. Like you know, you can spot a shill pretty quick when like you say something and they immediately just contrary and you or shut you down or you know try to discount and discredit you on principle. I mean, I think it's like any other you know individual American. Is there a higher propensity for people being bought and paid for? Absolutely, because most YouTubers are in it for the fucking money, aren't they?
But aren't we out there to have an objective witness? Isn't the camera supposed to be the objective witness to everything?
Yep. I mean, ideally, yeah, and you know, it's compared to where we were 3, 4, 5 years ago. Holy shit, bro! We're all citizen journalists now.
Well, in this case in particular, it wasn't just the camera. I saw some of the testimony, and they were asking these witnesses to testify about things off camera. And that was where I was confused, is like, if they're journalists, shouldn't they only be commenting on what they actually saw themselves, not what they're assuming about what was happening off camera?
Well, that's because the statements that they made in public were brought in to create and push the narrative or discount or discredit it. That's I think what they tried to use it for in this case. And when Bicep Bro, when he totally blew his $10 million lawsuit, went against his own testimony originally given, and the other dude, when the prosecutor asked him, were you told to change your testimony? And he said yes, and it's like boom, air horns, done. Like that the left's been going ape shit ever since, and that's why they're moving to try to get a mistrial without prejudice. And man, I don't know, man. I may have to end up getting my law license before it's said and done.
Can I ask a quick question so I know what you're talking about? What part is the left and the right? I can't remember. What's the left?
Mostly progressives.
Okay.
You know, I would say liberals today are probably more centrist. I don't know. I try not to fit people into a prescribed box, and then because that's the Alinsky method. Clinton, Obama, and they use the Alinsky method, and you attack your opponent by putting them into a category. Saul Alinsky. That's what they do is they define you in a prescripted box and attack you with, like I said, prescripted attacks. And so we all vary. We are in flux constantly. And so I kind of look more towards trying to have an open mind in all things instead of, because we as adults, we have bias. We jump to conclusions a lot more than children, you know, and I think in all things we should have an open mind and open heart, and that's the saddest part about this whole thing is that we're now guilty until proven innocence. The burden's on us where it should be the other way around.
Did y'all see that? That's the Greek blood drive. Donate today.
Whoa.
Donate blood. I finally know what shill means now.
Donate today.
Yeah. We've been
and there's at least one in every auditor's panel's chat. So if you want to figure out who they are, just befriend as many auditors as you can and find that one person that starts shit only in auditors' rooms.
Well, you know, the gatekeeping out of some people that quote unquote are part of this quote community can get pretty fucking toxic, you know. I mean,
may I go with a follow-up question?
Yeah.
So if you feel like because these YouTubers are in it for the money, they can be easily manipulated in their testimonies, do you think that maybe to some degree this not, and I'm not just talking auditing, but this YouTubing community is perhaps in some ways as much of a detriment to society as it is a boon?
I think it's great. I don't tell a lot of people this, but I used to manage the number 2 YouTuber, and these guys are making stupid money hand over fist. And anybody that, hey, I'll pay you X amount, they come at you with, I'll give you $5,000 if you do this or that. I think it's good as long as we can have an open conversation that's not overrun by the big tech or shut down. We all have had to curtail the way we talk and the words we use, just to stay on here. But I can't explain why people do the things they do. Only what to maybe do about it.
Hey, are y'all watching this?
What?
Nope.
This is the University of Florida. This is West University Avenue. Right across the street is the University of Florida. See?
I thought you were on House Watch. What's that saying?
Excuse me, sir. See, University of Florida.
Sweet. Nikki, do you feel that
This is
YouTubers are detriment?
This is 441, what Tom Petty's sang about. This is it right
Sweet.
here, University and 441.
Nice. Hey, Nikki, you still there?
So Asmar,
Waiting for him to finish. I don't want to be rude.
Or a Chick-fil-A is
a couple months back. Oh.
So I do
Go
want
find
to
a cop and play about him.
I do want to say that I think there's a boon and a detriment to every single thing, because I believe in thinking dialectically, not in dichotomy. So I don't look for opposites. I look for God, the word is out of. I look for complements rather than opposites, like to what degree each one is in my life and in my behaviors. And I reflect a lot on myself more than anything. I use the word I, not we, a lot. And I think that if you just see everything as having both good and bad in it inherently, it's easier to accept the bad with the good. And I think YouTube has a lot of good, and it's done a lot of great things for some people, and I think it has a lot of bad, and I think that we're going to see in our society it reflecting, like in our laws, because we're already seeing where states are putting in laws to limit public filming and behaviors with the police. There's a lot going on, both negative and positive, as a result of what people are doing, and I just hope that in the end the balance stays as close as it can to where it should, and I don't have to be alive when the revolution comes, but I'm telling you, this particular case being the way they've set it up, so that either way it goes, you've got a really violent uprising as a possibility. I'm less and less convinced I'm going to die before the damn revolution. I don't like that.
See that right there. I can't take whether you're being serious or you're glowing, because you brought it up. The mere fact that someone brings up those things in the conversation online, in and of itself, is subject to scrutiny. Hard scrutiny. I don't think it's going to be that bad. I think everybody just got a lesson and a message that people are going to exercise their Second Amendment rights. Doesn't mean they're trying to put together groups. I'm not even going to say the fucking word.
Y'all ever seen a target like that in a building?
Yeah, that's a
Well, because if you say that word, I promise the ATF will be at your house inspecting things. It happened to my brother. He said something about that online before, and they came and inspected all his shit.
So,
and there's Krispy Kreme donuts. And that's Target in the building.
This is a great excursion.
So Asmar, we was on a we was on a panel about a month and a half ago, and we was talking about how these cops have started memos to start, trying to build a characteristic to each auditor. And people were asking, well, what can we really do about that? I think we
Gang
should do the
database.
same thing.
Gang
I think
database.
we should do the same thing. I think we should create a database. All these police reports that we have, all their report of their misconduct and everything, we should start creating a public file for that as well.
Well, here's the thing. If you make a centralized database, first of all, that's going to be a, primary target. They'll come after you. I was just thinking about that. It's funny you mention it. And hails no. Hails to the no. Now, what I will say is you can exercise your independent seat rights to post like I said, the audits, the complaint forms, any FOIA requests and results.
Yeah, and we could put that in a database, and to cover our butt, all we'd have to, hey, hold on, to cover our butt, there's 50 states. To make it government protected, all we'd have to do is have one state governor or something pass it into law that that's an actual database.
Well, yeah, it would have to have some work around that. But in the interim, guess what? You could take all that and put it out on your own Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, whatever, right?
Yeah, you don't want to create a head that they could cut off.
Yeah, because remember, I was trying to see, like, what gets me is I've been asking every fucking auditor, like, hey, man, do you mind if I get a copy of the police complaint forms you've gotten and collected? And really nobody's stepped up and done it. And it just boggles my mind because I have so many other auditors that are like, dude, everywhere we go, there's no complaint forms. And either they or somebody in the community has a legitimate complaint and they have no tangible means to do so. And so they could kind of take and make their own up or take the elements of each. Like Wolverine went to get one and the lady told him no. And she finally produced one and it says police/outside agency complaint form. And I was like, whoa, I've never seen one that said outside agency. That's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, that's go back. Hey, ASMR. Go back in my videos and look. I got something special for you. I just haven't showed one where I.
Hey, there ain't no recording in here. I'll catch back up with y'all.
Okay, peace, bro.
Well, up here, I've tried to get make a complaint on a private security company, and that was impossible. I couldn't.
I mean, you can. You do a certified letter, and you find out their legal department, and you call them and say, hey, I sending you a certified letter written in blue ink, even if you really want to fuck with them. But that was kind of the point. Is there's so many variant and different complaint forms.
Did you know that I'm sorry to interrupt, but did you know the FBI doesn't want us to take our complaints about these officers to the Internal Affairs because they know it's being covered up? They want us to take those complaints directly to the feds.
Well, I mean, we all know how that turns out.
Well, I'm just saying, a couple of years ago, they created a new division for dealing with this shit.
Here's what you could do. Like, my thought, what came to my mind when I first thought about this was like, man, it'd be cool to have a central place that people could submit scans, photos, and copies of whatever complaint forms they get, and people could use that and custom tailor their own. And then my theory was, like, if you were to go into a police department and you have a legitimate complaint, you can say, hey, I just wanted to stop by and drop off a copy of this complaint form. There's one being sent by certified letter, and you should be receiving that in a few days. Keep the receipt. Now there's your tangible format. You could also add the FBI's division included in that and have some tangibility. Do it in blue ink for the meme value.
It's actually all pretty good ideas. I'm gonna absorb that, keep it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna step down to prepare supper for my family, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Take it easy, Nikki.
All right, have a good one.
I'll go be a good little woman. Talk
fucking around
to you
with
guys
my
later.
You're making mac and cheese? Get your own liquid gold. Go
Get out of
get it.
my wall, Jason.
I've got my own brick wall.
I will destroy you.
Oh no, you're just
Oh shit.
breaking the wall.
Yeah,
Hey,
but
can I
one
play a
fatal
video?
mistake you made. See this?
Oh shit.
I just crushed your nuggets.
You fucking broke my wall.
Did we
See,
lose
he
Slow
couldn't
Burner
even
and
get
Epic?
up.
Midway-ish.
Well, my whole thing was I think us taking and creating a database would be a smart idea. They're using these memos that they create to prosecute us. We
Well, it's the
might as
gang
well create our
database.
own memos to protect ourselves.
Yeah, well, you know, it's where they put auditors in the same as gang and
Has
other,
anybody seen
groups.
Has anybody seen the Myrtle Beach training video?
No.
Oh my god, dude! Oh my
Hey,
god!
Epic, Slow Burner, can y'all hit play real quick for me? Thank you, brother. Denizen was.
So if they put auditors as whatchamacallit, and if some of them can prove what their real characteristics are like some of the auditors that don't even have criminal records, because there is a couple, not many, but there is a couple.
There's a
then,
couple.
I mean, shit. Maybe they should sue the government for
Well,
putting them on that list for
Hey,
slander.
it'd be interesting to do some FOIAs on the gang database as well as pocket warrants attached to said database.
And if you choose the $30 subscription, you get
Silence, wench. I do not wish to be horny anymore. I just want to be happy.
Denizen was simping for who was it? Ashley, super hard.
Where is Jonathan? I haven't seen that guy in days.
Who, Denizen?
Yeah, he's always here.
Oh, I seen him this morning with the UB before work. He was in the chat.
He's always here. Where the fuck is he?
Hey guys, did you download Halo Infinite yet?
No.
I just got a bad feeling though. If we don't do something to protect ourselves, eventually they're gonna back us in a corner and they're gonna get us off.
I don't know, bro. We're growing fucking every day. If we can keep these fucking toxic gatekeeping motherfuckers that like to send emails anytime someone
The
comes
problem
on the
is
scene,
we are
fuck out.
growing every day. Hey, the problem is we're growing every day, just like the mob grew, just like militias grew, just like a number of things grew, and then they see it as a threat, and then they make it
And then
illegal, and
YouTube
then they
shut
go
down
after
and
it.
we're done.
But Exiled, we need to maybe, I mean, some people choose to use the vernacular of audits and the processes of auditing in what they do and choose to do, and that's fine. But at the core, the one thing that we all are as American citizens we are all citizen journalists. We have to claim our independent rights. The problem is that everybody's been fucking trained to have group victim mentality. When something happens to one, it happens to us all, and everything's polarized now, isn't it? We have individual liberties. You have a right to walk down the street unimpeded. And like told you, Exiled, I saw those teens that got stopped by the cops walking twice, and they flexed their freedoms like you wouldn't believe. Like, what's your, am I detained? What's your RES? And even this, they all have to cart the Sarge out, but he was even stumped, and they claimed and invoked their rights, and that's what we have to do.
Yeah, I think I seen that same video you're talking
Yeah,
about.
that gives me so much hope, bro. Like, I think that our generations are waking up
Well,
and
you
they're
know,
seeing
you need
this.
to take that.
Damn, homie.
You need to take that hope and bottle it up because it's fucking getting short. You know.
I don't know,
I
man.
mean,
See, that's the thing is I think part of being an American is being an optimist. We live in the greatest country ever known by mankind. We are the vehicle of liberty.
Don't forget the beach in Normandy. We're known for fighting against all odds too.
And everybody wanted us to come and be world police when y'all started getting your asses handed to you. Now y'all don't want us to fucking interfere with y'all shit. Well, leave our fucking shit alone. If you don't fucking live here, stay the fuck out of our politics. Get the fuck out of involving yourself with our country. If you have business here, if you have family here, if you live here, that's different, right? But that's the problem we have with Soros and Rothschild and the CNN Fox-controlled opposition. We have all these non-government organizations pumping money into billboards, nonprofits, et cetera, et cetera.
It's all it's
They're called lobbyists.
It's all there to make us look all different sorts of ways instead of just one way.
But the Masons and the Shriners and all the organizations that do all the charity work are also lobbying also.
Yeah, well, not all of them, but they do.
Yeah, there's people. Jason got it. That's fine.
Stop moving my fucking dirt around.
We got this lobbyist. Do you guys have Madden?
Fuck off! I just cleaned my kitchen. Look what you did.
I smashed shit up.
You
What's up,
piece of
DJ?
shit.
All right, it's time for a video. I'm looking
I think
forward
we
to
should get
Friday,
high
man. Are
first.
y'all looking forward to Friday?
Can we get high first?
Let's do it. Channel-wide toke out. Play the video and we'll...
That'll give
Everybody ready?
everybody time to get ready.
Yep, let's do it. Channel-wide toke out's incoming after the video. Get your bowls, bongs, dubbed,
Watch
rigs
it be a
ready.
fucking 2 seconds.
I got this ready for Friday. I just flatworm Friday. It's autism video.
This is the first time I've ever seen one of these things.
Yeah.
You've never seen one?
Our kids make the best memes. I got a family of shitboards, homie.
Those are the worst people ever.
Get out of here. It was cute.
It's like Jason in a dress.
Come upstairs too. He's freaking in the door.
Gorilla, your mic's open. There you go, bro.
Sorry.
Hey, y'all want to watch the closing arguments? I think they're about at the end. Y'all want to watch the tail end? I think they probably got 10, 15 minutes left. You want to pull it up? Somebody wants to look in private chat. I posted a link. If you don't mind. Thank you, brother.
Oh.
The chat.
I'm gonna hop down, y'all. I'll be back.
All right, bro. Dude, the chat in here is comedy goldmine.
This individual armed with a board or 2x4 or a fence post doesn't shoot him. This person just is a danger. His hands are up. Doesn't shoot at him.
Oh, did you share the screen?
Watch what this individual does.
Graham B. Transparency's in the house. You ready, slow burner?
Now turns around. He turns. That individual steps away from him. No more shots. Doesn't shoot immediately. Shots behind him. Continues on his way, trying to turn himself into the police.
Your mic's open, bro.
Oh, sorry.
Trying to get to the end of it.
You on a laptop, homie?
What's that?
You on a laptop, homie?
Yelling to shoot
No.
him. He doesn't stop because it's not safe.
Whoever's sharing this screen?
Hands up to law enforcement.
That you, Jason?
That's me, Sharon.
Are you on a laptop?
Hell no.
There it goes. It was buffering. It's fucking StreamYards.
Continues on. Hands up. You hear the story about the pepper spray. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the case. There was threat threatening behavior that started this. Mr. Rosenbaum was hell-bent on causing trouble that night. He did what he did, and he started this. There are tragic parts of it, but Kyle Rittenhouse's behavior was protected under the law of the state of Wisconsin, the law of self-defense. You've heard the instructions, and I'll end with this. You decide on count one. If you decide that his conduct was privileged under the use of self-defense, you don't go on to the lesser included. If it was privileged under self-defense, that affects count two. Both of the things that happened in scene one, as I read earlier, page 9 of the jury instructions. If his conduct was privileged as to Rosenbaum, it's privileged as to Mr. McGinnis. On to the next ones. At scene 2, ladies and gentlemen, there is no evidence whatsoever that he was an active shooter other than Mr. Binger calling him that. And there's no evidence that any of those other individuals who attacked him in the mob that night were attacking an active shooter. He wasn't shooting. And if they want to be the heroes and they want to beat somebody and do what they're going to do to them, they better be right. And they weren't. Kyle Rittenhouse shot Mr. Rosenbaum because he was attacking Kyle. Every person who was shot was attacking Kyle. One with a skateboard, one with his hands,
deadly weapon,
one with his feet, one with a gun. Hands and feet can cause great bodily harm. I'm sure the state's going to get up and say, well, he didn't have great bodily harm, so it doesn't matter. That's not the standard. The standard is could cause great bodily harm. My client does not have to take a beating from the hands of this mob or the hands of Mr. Rosenbaum.
There it is.
And Mr. Rosenbaum might be little, but he was a pretty muscular guy. And some 30-some-year-old guy can take a 17-year-old kid 9 times till Tuesday. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a tough choice, but
Here
the
we go.
evidence only leads to one conclusion. That is that Kyle Rittenhouse's conduct
did nothing wrong.
August 25th was privileged based upon the actions of Mr. Rosenbaum and others. There are no winners in this case, but putting Kyle Rittenhouse down for something he was privileged to do will serve no
DJ, that's
legitimate
the
purpose.
defense attorney.
I ask you to do this, do justice here under the law of the state of Wisconsin. Thank you very much.
Mic drop.
Richards, let's take about 10 minutes, and please don't talk about the case. Read, watch, or listen to any account.
Not guilty. Daily reminder. The average price of regular gasoline in California is $1.27. It's higher than the current national average of $3.41.
Beer, now cheaper than water and gas.
Yep. Tank of gas in LA is now $5.19.
Diesel prices, let's not talk about that.
A head of lettuce is $4
what?
here.
What?
A head of lettuce is $4 here.
Hey, fuck Tim Hortons. We got Krispy Kreme, and the lights on.
Fuck you, piece of shit.
We got Krispy Kreme here too.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
And Dunkin' Donuts, motherfucker.
Didn't you know Toronto's like?
They probably don't have one in Ottawa. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, they don't have one in Ottawa.
Last time I see one was Toronto.
So this is like a little tiny corner Target or Target. Probably the only one like it.
That symbol represents the elite, the inner circle, the circle within the circle.
Right? It's like a micro Target.
Did you find something good in the pot shop?
Oh yeah, and okay, I went in and I got a 14 grams for $100, and then on the way out, they told me that I could buy an eighth of the top of the line for $30. So
Nice.
I told them to pick it, and they picked me Tangerine Dream.
Tangerine Dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit tastes nice. It's not the best to get high with, but fucking amazing taste.
Oh, I told him, I said, I want something like caviar, you know, because I don't usually buy the top shelf.
Dude, did you see the United States nuclear unit in Germany reactivated with Dark Eagle hypersonic missiles?
Oh, this is a 10
It
minute
can
break.
hit
I think.
Moscow in 21 minutes and 30 seconds. The last time the command was fully operational was in 1991, right before the Soviet Union collapsed.
Oh, yeah, I see that, Slow. That's Publix, the most expensive grocery store chain in Florida. And they got a Starbucks inside. It's the only store like it in America. That particular one.
Hey, Blue Steel, did you get high yet?
No, I'm on my way back home, and then I'm gonna make dab.
You
I
didn't.
got
You
mint.
didn't.
I got mint.
Wait.
Chip.
You didn't bring a bowl?
Oh no, you can't smoke it's not legal here. That's a medical.
Hey, you're supposed to do everything illegal, man.
You can't smoke the pen on the street?
No, hell no.
Did you not read the quote of the day, Blue Steel?
No, you can't smoke out in the street.
Oh, who says you can't?
Hey, that dude's smoking. Look, they getting high.
Oh, I wish.
They hired a mug. Did you see that shit? Man, they're breaking the law.
Blue Steel, that dog's got more balls than you do.
I know, man. I thought Blue Steel was a
See
real.
how they keep the...
See?
This is... You were talking about the circle within a circle. This is Gainesville. Don't be homeless or a derelict and step in here, because see, security's waiting right on you. See our corner Chick-fil-A? And right across the street is the University of Florida.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Are you walking circles?
I know, right? He's on
We
that.
already
fucking-
seen it.
He's on that green crack.
Oh, there's the police.
Well, give him a finger.
Ask him if he's been drinking.
Oh, that's the university police.
Yeah, ask
And
him
they
if
probably,
he's had anything to
they're
drink
probably
today.
gonna make a
After he's
public
done everything on him, he
stop
shouldn't
off
have.
of their
Do cop
out
watch.
of their jurisdiction.
Maybe I'll lend you $5.
Yeah. Maybe
Oh.
he'll burn one with you.
Fucking clothesline someone on the scooter and take it.
Hey,
Fine.
I'll fuck them up.
Go ask him if he can borrow $5.
No helmets, eh?
Not in Florida, buddy.
Damn.
I wish
Motorcycles.
the cops were closer. Oh, the car broke down, it looked like.
Motorcycles too, yep. No helmet.
That's stupid.
Same with Myrtle Beach too, huh?
That is Florida. Oh no, that's Carolina. Sorry.
See y'all? See it says University of Florida?
Holy fuck, how many times is he gonna say that in this one fucking stream?
I'm pretty sure he's walking in circles. We
we
were there 30 minutes ago.
Well, I got to go back to the bus stop.
Well, I thought you were going to class.
I already did.
Well, you got your lunch bag.
Yo, rent the scooter. Rent the scooter.
Ooh, they
We have-
sound like big buds.
Blue Steel,
have
now you
those
gotta
all
flip
over
that shit
Ottawa.
for twice. You gotta flip that shit for twice as much now. Go back, get some more.
Yeah, man. Sell it to a cop.
Look, someone left the fucking scooter right in the middle of the sidewalk.
Okay, so I bought 20.5
That's a
grams,
rental.
and I
I'd
paid
throw that fucking thing in the
$130. I don't think I could
Yo,
flip that
Smoke.
shit. I think I just have to jack the buyer.
Well, whatever.
Whatever, right? Whatever works in that situation.
Yo, that
See
scooter.
the scooters? Yeah, we
Yeah,
got
that-
scooters everywhere.
Yeah, so do we. It's like you tap your phone to that, and it's hooked up to your bank account, and you just roll off with it. I don't think it would be good in Toronto because you guys would abuse the fuck out of them.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Can you
That's
imagine a scooter in snow and ice?
It's not going to go so well.
Yeah, you need pneumatic tires.
No, they're rolling up here. I swear to God, they're riding them right now. It snowed today. I guarantee downtown they're riding them right now. This is.
Oh,
this is-
really?
Yeah, we don't give a fuck.
Oh yeah, they put studs in the tires.
Oh, that'd be the shit. Like a sled. Yeah, this is all the University of Florida. When I rode here
Oh, that's number 7.
Wait, where are you?
in Gainesville, Florida.
But
No,
what's
but
around you?
What's that building beside you?
Oh, Phi Data Theta. That's
No, the other way.
Greeks.
Behind you.
What's that part of?
What is that big building?
I don't know. Let's see.
Well, we're going for number 18. Come on.
University of Florida.
19. Now we're going for 19.
I don't know. I'm going to keep moving.
All right, all right.
Hey, take that bus.
Is there any universities near you?
Yeah, there's no higher learning around here.
Yes, so,
Is that
which
the
university?
Is that the University of Florida?
No, you know it. Wow. Here.
Yeah. Well,
Wait, let's see. What's in here? I'm pretty sure that. I think you're full of shit. That was the University of Chicago.
I think so. Can you prove it? Go back and show us the sign on the building.
I'm going to go back to the entrance.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't get it the first 2 times.
Yeah, go back to your locker.
I only got in trouble one time in college.
What did that say?
You were the university.
What did that say?
University of Florida.
19.
That didn't say Florida.
It says CVS, the corner
That's
store
right.
CVS.
Oh, wow.
this is
See what,
administration.
you see what Ellie just put, guys? 5 students shot in Aurora, Colorado a few hours ago. Over 75 rounds shot.
In Colorado?
Colorado.
Shit. What part?
Colorado. Aurora.
Aurora. Oh, shit, eh?
Okay, which brings us here today to the University of Florida. And this is administration.
Bullshit. That's a library.
Anybody feeling testy and want to go register and sign away like the next 25 years of their life?
As long as you're paying for it, sure.
Oh no, Joe Biden will pay for you to go to community college.
Oh, fuck. I'm coming to the States, man.
He doesn't have a Canadian exclusionary policy. See that truck?
Yeah,
Y'all
his
see that
fucking
truck
rims
with
are
them lights?
smoking weed.
Do they have toga parties there?
Yeah, that's right across the street where I was showing you the Greeks. Hey, look.
Yeah.
They got all these scooters lined up like Smokey and the Bear, and I'm gonna go kick one over and watch the domino effect. Okay.
Well, look at the wheels on that truck.
What the fuck are these things?
Scooters.
What?
I'm gonna get past this street bike here, and I'm gonna push one over, and they're all gonna fall for a mile.
Damn.
Good evening, ladies.
There's a lot of those scooters there.
See, they're all under 21.
What, the ladies?
This one's pink, so I should sniff the seat.
All the ladies are under 21. Hey, wait, what's that building right behind you? Is that the mall? Is that Walmart?
That's Walmart. That's the Walmart pop-up. So yeah, that's one of them sororities across the street.
Hey, what are you doing? Selling weed around the school or what? What are you doing?
I'm watching girls ride bicycles with skirts on.
It looks like you're trying to sell weed on University of Florida campus.
You need to ask somebody if they know where you live. You're lost.
I'm lost. Somebody called a
You
VA
know
to
where I
come
live?
get me.
Flat boy, come save me.
What's up, Belly?
Yeah, you better get home to Fat Boy, man. He's sitting at home by himself.
He's probably ate the cushions off my couch.
And smashed all your wrongs.
But that's okay, because I got a whole half ounce of weed to make the problems go away.
I don't know why you wouldn't take him with you.
Oh, I could probably get him listed. My pit bull was listed as a therapy animal, but I could probably get him listed. But
why would he need to be listed?
Oh, like with the VA.
Just buy one of the vests.
Well, is he not allowed on the bus or something?
Oh, hell no.
Why?
They only want to let a actual service dog on the bus. It can't
Really?
be
I
a
bring Ruckus
pet
on the bus
therapy
all the
animal
time.
or anything like that. Yeah.
Makes no sense.
No
Look at this
smoking
boy,
on
she's
campus.
from Canada. You know how
No
you can tell
smoking on
she don't have
campus,
no clothes on.
No clothes.
Short skirt.
Did you know girls here in Canada can go topless?
We could smoke weed on the street.
Yeah, girls can go topless just like guys. Oh, look at this one. Where are you going?
Did y'all
Put the
see all
camera down.
that?
No, go back. Just be a pervert and fucking flash the camera at them.
Fuck yeah.
What do you want to do? Roll
Hi. How you doing? Oh yeah. How you doing?
Like you want to walk around 4-inch heels and tight leather pants? Come on. You want to be seen.
Yeah, really, right?
See all the scooters?
Either that or you don't like your daddy anymore. Oh, it's back on.
Well, I was going to see. Within reason. Within reason. All right. Anything else before we start?
Oh, I'll mute.
Terry Golson's going to probably make a video of this later on.
We the people find him innocent.
Oh, my battery's getting ready to die. By the time I get home, Terry Golson will already have a video of all this.
Well, if you got battery problems, shut her down and then we'll see you when you get home.
I'll see y'all.
Okay, buddy. Get home safe.
Bye now.
Thanks for the tour.
We got no sound. Where's the sound?
There's no sound being played at the moment.
Oh.
Refresh it just to make sure. What the fuck?
Thank you, Judge.
Oh, there we go.
It simply cannot be reasonable for someone to be holding an AR-15 semi-automatic rifle with powerful ammunition and be chased by someone who is unarmed, who's smaller than him, who's shorter than him. And the first thing that you do to defend yourself is you plug 4 rounds into it. You shoot it from about 4 feet away, and not from 4 feet from Mr. Rittenhouse, 4 feet from the end of that gun. Your first shot immobilizes him. It shatters his hip. Then he's caused to go forward. And if you watch the videos, and we're going to watch a couple during this brief rebuttal, he crumples. He immediately crumples to the ground. No one is saying that Mr. Rosenbaum should have chased Mr. Rittenhouse. No one is saying that Mr. Rittenhouse did not have a right to defend himself. This case is about the right to use deadly force. And I want to talk about that standard because Attorney Richards, perhaps on accident, misstated it. He said that the standard is that it could cause death or great bodily harm to Mr. Rittenhouse, or that it is likely to cause death or great bodily harm to Mr. Rittenhouse. That is absolutely not what the standard is, and that is not what this trial is about. The standard is the defendant may intentionally use force which is intended or likely to cause death or great bodily harm, such as fire an AR-15, only if the defendant reasonably believed that the force used was necessary to prevent imminent death or great bodily harm to himself. Not, oh, if you repeatedly smash someone's face, it might lead to injury. Not, oh, this could have happened. Imminent death or great bodily harm. There's an old phrase that I can kill you with my bare hands. And there is literally no evidence that Mr. Rosenbaum was capable of that. Mr. Rittenhouse has size on him. We heard how he's a swimmer. We heard how he's a lifeguard. He's apparently in some kind of shape. Punch him in the face. Kick him in the testicles. Knee him in the face. Hit him with your gun. You don't just immediately get to shoot someone. And I don't care about provocation or any of that. Put that aside. It is not reasonable for any adult, for any person, for any 17-year-old male to not try and defend yourself first using other methods. Now you factor in provocation, the fact he had no right to retreat, or no ability to, or he had to retreat, and that he had to exhaust all methods. Clearly, if there is provocation, he's guilty. But even outside of provocation, why do you get to immediately just start shooting? As Mr. Binger said, he brought a gun to a fist fight. And he was too cowardly to use his own fist to fight his way out.
Can't fight his way out.
And let's
Put
just
him in prison.
Theoretically, that we think that the
You shouldn't have to defend yourself, man.
to have used force, deadly force in that situation. Shoots once, takes out his hip. What does Mr. Rittenhouse have to do to avoid that? Well, maybe take one step back.
Child predator,
Mr.
raped
Rosenbaum is
5 kids.
And Mr. Rittenhouse is responsible for every round of that gun. It did not have to happen as fast as Mr. Rittenhouse made it happen. He could have held back at 1 shot. He could have held back at 2 shots. The guy in the blue hoodie who came in to attempt to kick him didn't get 4 shots. Mr. Rosenbaum didn't get 4 shots.
Burger
and
Kings.
Mr. Gross-Kreutz did not get 4 shots.
Are you watching the
defendant has
comments,
the
bro?
ability to
It's fucking comedy gold
and to
mine.
stop
Yeah.
shooting. Mr. Richards talks about the threat being immobilized. What threat to someone 6 inches shorter than you that you've already shot in the hip and is already falling to the ground have? Why do you have to keep tracking them and shooting them and then able to
Could have had a salad, but you chose lard.
hit them,
Jeez.
anything else? And Mr. Rosenbaum and Mr. Rittenhouse are alive. Because the defense talks about games that the prosecution has played. Let's talk about games. Let's talk about how Mr. Rittenhouse on that night did not tell Dominic Black, did not tell Joanne Fiedler, did not tell anyone about this grabbing of the gun. Didn't tell anyone about, oh, I was afraid they were use the gun against me. That is because once Mr. Rittenhouse and his team understood that an unarmed person chasing him and unarmed people chasing him later on would not be enough to meet this standard, to meet this privilege, they had to concoct a story. They had to concoct a story about how suddenly I was in great fear of this gun being used. And if that's the real reason, why didn't Jason Lukowski know that? Why didn't Dominic Black know that? Why didn't Joanne Fiedler know that? You darn well know if there was any evidence of the defendant saying that the night of, we would have heard about it. So yes, Mr. Rosenbaum is 4 feet or so from the barrel of the gun. He gets shot in the hip. He begins to crumple. Now remember, we did this demonstration when Dr. Kelly testified. This bullet entered here in the middle finger and came out here. This is how you grab something. I'm Mr. Rosenbaum trying to take this gun away. And this is how I'm going to do it, with my hand turned almost completely around, and with apparently my fingers spread, because these two don't get soot, which may mean they were on the gun or outside of the path, and the other ones do get soot. We're not talking about injuries to the palm here. We're not talking about injuries like this or any kind of grabbing injuries. We're talking about either something accidental or completely defensive to knock that gun away as he is being shot just before he is killed on the 3rd or 4th shot. Well, we're supposed to believe that Mr. Rosenbaum is Jason Bourne or John Wick or some other movie star hero who's capable of killing with his bare hands.
There was some great trick shots, let me tell you.
He got from the defendant.
I didn't know what he was talking about.
Mr. Richards' closing was quite personal. If not taking shots personally, Mr. Binger, it was gloating and boasting about his client's kills. And he talked a lot about the Zeminskis. He knows darn well that the Zeminskis are charged by my office and they have a 5th Amendment right. This is a criminal defense attorney.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Stop. Let me ask you to step out for a moment, would you?
Oh, wow. They did that on purpose. They're trying
I got a lot to learn. I know nothing of this case.
They're going for mistrial. They're gonna fuck it up on purpose. That's the 3rd time. That's the fucking 3rd time that they've brought up 5th Amendment shit. Can you believe what he just said? What was it basically that the defendant's attorney knows that he has the. Hang on.
He's trying to perjure himself.
It's been disposed of, and she did not appeal.
She did not plead or was charged with any arson, which the defense could get into, and she would have a 5th Amendment right.
Wait a minute. As I recollect it, I think I handled the case. As I handled Jason.
Josh Zeminski.
What's that?
Josh Zeminski.
That's pending.
Right.
Mr. Zeminski's case is pending, and it has been repeatedly adjourned to follow this case. At the state's request. I handled the case of Mrs. Zeminski, and she came out on a reduced charge. It was a recommendation, I think, for a 7-day sentence.
She was being revoked and sent to prison. I don't know the particulars of that case, but if Attorney Richards,
well, she wouldn't have a right of. I think I sentenced her to 7 months in prison consecutively to her sentence, and I don't think. Why would she have a testimonial privilege any longer?
if there are charges outside of what she was charged with. She wasn't charged with any arsons.
Are you going to charge her?
I don't know. Probably not.
All of the charges out of the event were wrapped up. They can't piecemeal the charges, and to argue that she has a Fifth Amendment right now is ridiculous.
Yep.
I did say Mr. Zeminski had a Fifth Amendment right, and then the objection came. I did not say Mrs. Zeminski. I can clarify that Mr. Zeminski has a Fifth
Let's
Amendment
find
right.
out from the report of what was said.
Yep. Let's.
Gotta big him up for risking a bullet in his ass.
The Zeminskis are charged by my office, and they
Here we
have
go.
a Fifth Amendment right.
Did you see the Zeminskis? Both? All right. Well, then
I'll clarify.
I'll sustain the objection.
I understand.
All right. All right. Ask the jurors to come back in, please.
Wow.
Better be a speedy trial.
Oh, they know they fucked up. The other day when the two witnesses, Bicep Bro admitted pointing his gun at Kyle first, and then the other dude, when asked by Brohand here if he had been asked to change his testimony, he said yes, and it was like, whoop, air horns, mic drop, holy shit. Like, he sat down at his desk and fucking put a face palm. Like,
Oh, shit,
it's over.
I gotta
Ever
admit
since
too, I
then,
know nothing of
yeah.
this case, to be honest with you. I'm
Well,
gonna
well,
look
yeah.
into it now.
It's you know,
I know nothing of
the
this.
media narrative on this it's just insane. No,
So
yeah,
who's
it's
the
not
young
enough
fellow
for a
we're looking at?
mistrial.
The objection because
Here we go.
which was made by Mr. Kraus was not accurate, at least as regards Mrs. Zeminski. Any question? Go ahead, Mr. Kraus.
Ms. Zeminski was charged and convicted by my office. Mr. Zeminski still has pending charges. Attorney Richards knows that he has a Fifth Amendment right to not testify.
Wow.
Let me ask you to step in the library again, please.
Yeah. This dude is like the worst prosecutor ever. Look at everybody shaking their head like, what do we do? You wonder how many those people had death threats. Credible death threats. If you don't get this done, you're done. Yeah, no one. I don't know if anyone said enough.
You're right.
For a mistrial. Oh, here.
One, wait for the door. One, it's not in evidence. Two, if he wants to say he has a Fifth Amendment right, they also grant him immunity. They're the only people who can. And if they're going to say that, I should have a rebuttal to explain it to those 12 people. They hold the keys to Mr. Zeminski testifying or not testifying.
We just heard 2 hours of how terrible Joshua Zeminski was, and the defense wants us to offer him immunity. That's completely
That's not what
our
he said,
decision.
Mr. Kraus, please.
He still has a Fifth Amendment right. What I'm saying is accurate.
But you know, the questioning, the question you're asking, the Zabinski case has been here on a number of occasions, and it has been either it's been a mutual request to adjourn the case. Who's his lawyer?
Mr. Barth.
Okay, it's been repeatedly requested that it be adjourned, and I assumed or was told, I'm not sure which, it would be adjourned pending the outcome of this case. No, that's not true.
No. I don't know.
Well, it's not true. It is true that I assumed it. Whether I was told that or not, I don't know.
It's not the same as Dominic Black, Your Honor. It's a different situation. Mr. Zabinski's case will go to trial on January 31st.
Well,
that's the plan.
But why was it being adjourned?
I think there was some. We had a witness who was not available at the last trial date, so we needed more time to get them in.
Okay. And Mr. Richards also brings up a point that you have control over the availability of a witness in terms of grant of immunity, but I don't want to get into that because I think on the first point he made, which is that I don't think it's an evidence.
I asked Mr. DeBruin about it.
What did you ask Mr. DeBruin?
I asked Mr. DeBruin that when we were talking about our meeting, that he was going to be a witness against Mr. Ziminski, and that Mr. Binger talked to him mostly about Mr. Ziminski because there's a pending case against Mr. Ziminski.
Say again.
After Mr. DeBruin talked about our meeting on cross-examination, I asked Mr. DeBruin, I believe this was a while ago, I indicated that he was going to be a witness in the Ziminski case, and that Mr. Binger asked him mostly about Ziminski, and why would Mr. Binger ask questions about Mr. Ziminski in an effort to change his statement in the Rittenhouse case? And he had no answer for that.
What's that got to do with the
Fifth Amendment right?
The district attorney is making, or the defense attorney?
It's that there's an open pending case against him.
There was specific testimony that there was a trial date on January 31st. That came in through Mr. DeBruin, and I actually mentioned it in my closing because it's in evidence that there's a pending case. I'm prosecuting Mr. Ziminski, and the trial's coming up in January. That is in evidence, Your Honor.
It has nothing to do with the Fifth Amendment, which is what I'm objecting to him bringing that into this.
I don't know. You're making it sound as if, well, you're making it sound, and correctly so, that Mr. Ziminski is unavailable because of his testimonial privilege. But now Mr. Richards is asking whether he should be allowed a surrebuttal to, so the jury would understand that that is somewhat under the control of the district attorney. But I'm not going to, at this point, I'm not going to get further into that. I'm just going to ask you to move on to something else.
Well, my next line of argument is that the defense named them in their witness list and could have called the Ziminskis.
No, we can't, because he's got a Fifth Amendment privilege for the very reason you indicate, and privileges must be claimed as much as possible outside the presence of the jury. That's the statute.
They could have called Kelly Ziminski. They writted her here from prison.
Pardon me?
We had to have her available in case something came up. That doesn't mean we have to call her. We have no obligation to put anybody on the witness stand.
Nor does the state. And
Mr.
Richards commented many times about how we could have called them, which I think was dishonest given the Fifth Amendment issue. But then also I can mention that when he set up and read his witness lists, the Ziminskis were on it, and they have the ability to call them as well.
The witness list is not in evidence.
In their opening statements, and he commented on those multiple times.
Let's get back to the shooting range.
Damn, homie. Wow. The gears are turning. This is the meme right here. Look at that Illuminati. Yeah. See it?
It's lagging for me.
No, he's just sitting still.
Is that just him?
Yeah. Yeah.
What was the last statement you made now that drew the objection?
That Mr. Zeminski has an open case and a Fifth Amendment right.
The fuck?
Well, it is an accurate statement.
I mean,
That I should be able to fill in the holes because they're the only ones who can give them immunity. I can't
Yep.
call them.
Well, I know that, but you know.
He was saying
No. You address your remarks to me, both of you. To me, not to each other.
Don't be prepared. I don't know what's going to happen at a trial.
Okay. Well, I think I'm just going to tell the jury that Mrs. Zeminski would have been available for to be called by either party. Okay? Fine. Oh, man, I got out of it alive. Okay. Ask them to come in, please.
yeah, C-Mac, you're right. When you C-Mac says Rittenhouse is going to go free, then he'll file a huge multi-million-dollar lawsuit against multiple government agencies. Also, the media. He's probably got, I think, 12 outlets, probably more, that propagated. Like CBS had to retract a statement when they called him, where he quote went to Kenosha and murdered 2 people. Yeah, he's got.
I got a lot of looking up to do. I know nothing of this case, and you're going to let me know.
Are you subscribed to Law and Crime Network?
No.
Yeah, you should. Here.
That's where to follow it.
All right, folks. What the situation is that Mrs. Zeminski would have been available to either party to call as a witness, and neither of them has done so. Okay. Any question? Go ahead.
Okay.
Thank you. Mr. Richards also mentioned that Attorney Binger talked about how all these people are liars, and he was acting like a whiny defense attorney. I don't know why that language had to be used, but Mr. Binger never said any such thing. He never called anyone a liar, except for perhaps Mr. Rittenhouse. And Mr. Richards talks about how, well, in the state's opening, you heard nothing about provocation. Mr. Richards knows that is a specific thing, that instruction we get from the judge at the end of the trial. Had we mentioned at the beginning, he would have objected. He would have objected. Now let's talk about this threat, this supposed threat.
Supposed.
Mr. Richards talked about that gas station and showed the video, and it showed Mr. Rosenbaum at the end. Attorney Binger had said he's not in this video as it started, and you don't hear anything from him. And that is true. At the very end, he is seen standing quite a bit away from Mr. Balch and Mr. Rittenhouse. This is where that supposed threat happened. There's a distance between them. Next time the camera pans back, the protesters are pushed back. And you never hear this threat. You hear nothing. And apparently that is what the defense is accepting, is where the threat happened. Although Mr. Rittenhouse actually does not accept that, because he said it happened at Blocker 2 North. So they can't agree on when the threat took place. They can't agree on where the threat took place. And it's the only few seconds of that part of the night that is not on tape anywhere. It's another concoction to give credence or to give weight that, he had to defend himself against an unarmed man.
That was a pedophile.
There's some talk about how the defendant came around that Duramax and raised his gun. That didn't seem to be a contested issue in the case until the defendant lied about it on the stand.
Uh-oh.
The defense themselves submitted an exhibit, number 41, in which it is denoted where the person that put that video together indicates Rittenhouse pointing gun at Zeminski's. I think it has a question mark.
AJM.
This is their exhibit.
All three people
There was
that were
testimony from
shot
Detective Ramian.
were Jewish.
And we showed this drone video. Now, but then the defendant won't admit to it on the stand, and then all of a sudden the defense has to fight it and talk about hocus pocus and make up little clever rhymes. The defendant could have told you the truth, but that hurts his case, and that gives us provocation. Now, I did have on rebuttal, Mr. Armstrong put in 2 very blurry pictures. Mr. Binger didn't even mention these pictures in his closing because they're maybe the 5th, 6th, or 7th strongest pieces of evidence that Mr. Rittenhouse raised his gun.
Pictures of Bill Norwood?
But the defense is seizing on them. And they inaccurately said that it took him 20 hours of work to do. He worked on that drone video for 20 hours. He made us multiple shorter videos of it. These images were the last part of that work. And that image does show Mr. Rittenhouse holding a gun. It is blurry. Does it show any detail? No. But we thought it important that there at least be some still shot besides these videos. The second one I showed, again, is very blurry, but it's of the shooting. And you see Mr. Rittenhouse blurry, you see the puff of smoke, and you see Mr. Rosenbaum blurry, still very much upright. And that is why those pictures are given. It was the tail end of all the work that Mr. Armstrong did on this video. The defense seems very scared of these pictures because it helps to prove their client lied on the stand, and it shows that he provoked the attack. Now, I would like to show you, I believe this is the full drone video, Exhibit 73.
I love videos.
Prosecution.
I hope he doesn't act it.
Prosecution paid this dude who was there shooting video, just happened to be there shooting video as well as with the drone footage.
I was going to say, there's always a drone.
He edited the video and seamlessly edited the drone and the cell phone
This one
footage
is
together.
difficult to see the raising of the gun because it's the full video. I would encourage you, if you find it necessary, to take a closer look at the bigger
Just
TV
happened
of it.
to have a drone.
Now, if you see in this video, Mr. Richards wants to make it seem like the only recourse the defendant has in retreating is walking into this mob of people who are breaking cars.
Well, there is.
But look at all that open space that he has. At this moment, he could have turned around and ran in that space.
What am I looking at?
Sheridan, and
See the car lot with the bright lights?
Instead, he decides
In between
to
those bright
slow
lights
down
is where the
and
first
run
shooting
into
occurred.
these cars in which he is supposedly trapped, which would be like being trapped in a Target parking lot. As you see, as we keep playing it, he goes around them no problem, and he goes right into
See
this
him running?
totally clear space.
Dude
that
runs
was
up behind
available
him.
the whole time.
Went to
He
try
did
to
not
like
exhaust his duty to
grab
retreat.
his gun.
He did not exhaust
Bennett's
all of
head.
his options. Now, I'm going to go to the video. I'm going to point something out. Mr. Binger is going to play it again, and I'll show you. This is in relation to Mr. Richards indicated that no one that attacked or that went after Mr. Rittenhouse in the second incident observed the shooting. That is not true. This video shows the person that is referred to as Jump Kick Man leaving the scene. And we have another view as well from another video, but I'll point that out.
Boom, boom. And then he runs around, assesses the situation.
Is there any other videos of this?
Oh yeah, it's dude. After
I want to
this,
see him.
they started chasing him down the street, and he tripped. And dude came up and hit him with a skateboard, He fired, missed. Other dude tried to do a flying jump kick and got shot in the fucking head mid-air, bro. Like his brains went poof at the top of his head, like all up about a good 10 feet. And then other dude came up and tried to hit him. Hang on.
So this is the one here that fired?
Yep, 17-year-old.
Yep, he looks pretty young.
He's 18 now.
This is the Ford Fisher video. If you look after the shooting, it shows this individual pushing the wheelchair away from car source 3. There he is across the street, pushing the man in the wheelchair away.
Some hella bright lights.
Out of the scene.
You hear him saying, "Get him." Yeah,
He
we
broke
hear you,
the fucking
AJ.
mic. He broke the fucking mic.
Where are you from again, AJM? I forgot. Wasn't it Brussels in Belgium? Somewhere in the EU?
Hello?
Hello? Well.
This is a video you've seen before. It does look better on the large television, but this is where he comes into the screen. This is one of the videos
Congrats on Brexit, mate.
cropped for us in his 20 hours of work. This is slowed down by 50%, and it zooms in as good as possible given the limitations of the video. I'll point it out up here, but I said it is better seen on the large TV. There he is pointing the gun. He's not close enough to the car to have that be a factor. He puts on the fire extinguisher, he freezes up. It is. Now do the next zoomed in. Oh, we got it.
How the fuck does this drone know to go up at the perfect time?
I think they'd been doing this for
And that really wasn't
3
an issue at
days.
trial until the defendant lied about it.
Whose drone is it?
Before, this is another video that Mr. Armstrong did in his 20 hours of work.
Where's Slow?
And this shows the
Passed out, bro.
face that you see him point.
He's got
Mr.
that goulash
Rosenbaum does his jump.
Oh, he's probably
See
eating
this?
away.
Look.
Preparing to shoot.
Turns around.
See that first
Fuck
shot is.
you.
Go back one more time.
You see him running up behind him.
It's the zoomed in image that will
He turns
eventually
around.
Should have let him go.
how far he's not reaching. He's being shot in the hip and falling. And he goes immediately to the ground, and the defendant sees fit just keep shooting at him, although he poses absolutely no threat.
You shot somebody for no reason?
Again, 4 feet from the barrel of the gun, not from
Said
Mr.
dude went after his gun. Threatened to kill him. Screaming at him, chased him down. Feared for his life.
Oh, if you chase him down, then it's over.
Oh yeah, they all tried to chase him down.
In his 20 hours of work. I believe he made 6 of them all told. They're all on evidence. Here's a close-up of the final shooting. The puff of
They had an
smoke is already
FBI
up.
drone
It's already upright. He crumples
in the
immediately to
area.
the ground, but the defendant keeps shooting him. So did Mr. Rosenbaum turn and get shot in the back that way? No, he was even less of a threat. He was falling face first on the ground with his hips shattered.
Wow.
Child
He was
rapist.
shot in the back, and he was killed by a shot in the back. And it was the 3rd or 4th shot.
Just got out of a mental facility or jail.
For raping kids.
5 children.
Wow.
This guy right here?
The dude that got
Yeah.
shot.
Attorney Richards indicated
Oh,
that
okay.
Smith called the defendant. Nick Smith did not testify to that. He was never asked.
I'll follow
We
up
don't
and put
know
5 more in them.
who called the defendant to go to that scene.
Well, they
And
had a bag.
despite
Someone
the
threw a
fact that there's
bag
this
at him.
madman out there who's such a threat and is going to kill the defendant. He just saunters down there all by himself. No problem. He's not scared. This
Shit.
threat, if it even existed, was not taken seriously. He's
Whatever.
a babbling idiot, as Mr. Lukowski said.
A babbling idiot? Wow.
That motherfucker is gonna have
Mr.
a tough
Rittenhouse
life.
didn't hear the anything before he shot. He didn't hear this "fuck you." He didn't factor in the
They
gunshot.
called the child predator a babbling idiot.
There is no evidence that Mr. Huber did anything untowards that evening. They talked about pushing a dumpster, picking up pepper balls. That was not evidence that was ever submitted in this trial. I don't know where it comes from. No evidence that he told Gage Grosskreutz, I had to shoot in self-defense. And Attorney Richards talks about how, well, Mr. Detective Howard testified in a certain way and how he didn't talk about the drone footage or anything. He knows we got the drone footage, surprisingly, after Detective Howard testified. Guns do not have handed. There's not a left-handed
They
or right-handed gun.
They sat on evidence.
So, yes, the demonstration that Mr. Binger did is how it happened. The defendant was facing that way. He picked it up, and the videos show it. Detective Antaramian reviewed it and saw it and testified to it, and it wasn't an issue until the defendant lied. Videos don't lie, but we know Kyle Rittenhouse does. He lied all that night. A lot has been made about how Gage Grosskreutz had an attorney. How hypocritical from a lawyer to hear someone criticize someone else hiring counsel. Mr. Rittenhouse isn't here alone. He has lawyers. And I apologize that the district attorney's office followed our interpretation of Marcy's Law, which is a fairly recent, especially at that time, constitutional amendment. Gage Grosskreutz is not on trial. He followed the advice of counsel not to turn over his phone, just as anyone who hires counsel can do. They can follow the advice of their counsel. We got his old video from that night. The defense has seen it. We have it. What else do we need? Text messages from 3 weeks before? They just want to try to dig up dirt because they think it's there because the defense wants
Is
you
that
to
his
believe
lawyer?
that these people got what was coming to them.
No, that's prosecutor.
That they were bad people doing bad things. And we should be proud and boastful of Mr. Rittenhouse for killing them. Gage Grosskreutz testified what he heard, that he heard I didn't shoot anyone.
I said, bro.
And Gage Grosskreutz acted on that. He then he left Mr. Rittenhouse thinking that he was not involved in the shooting. He started going to the shooting of Mr. Rosenbaum before being told by others that saw it that he was the shooter, and then he returned.
With the gun.
So Gage Grosskreutz relied on this statement of Mr. Rittenhouse.
And went after him with the gun.
You think he's gonna beat these charges?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's over.
Let's talk about a rush to judgment. Mr. Rittenhouse turned himself in. Are you supposed to wait days, weeks, months to charge murderers who we know murdered people? It's a red herring, as Mr. Binger said. It's throwing up red herrings, false hypocritical arguments, and attacks on those that Mr. Rittenhouse killed to try and distract you from the fact that he was not in imminent fear of death or great bodily harm, and he was not privileged to act how he did.
Says you.
Will the verdict be said in this hearing?
Yep. No,
Really?
I mean, not guilty. It will, but
We heard from Ms. Carrie Ann Swart.
Depends on what the
Now that
judge
Nathan DeBruin talked about
does.
jail,
I
now
hope
the
he
interest
ruins it.
Mr. Rosenbaum more.
I hope he beats
Although
him.
there really is no dispute, or was no dispute.
The jury has to deliberate. It depends on how long it'll take for the jury to
Ms.
decide.
Swart testified that she talked to the hospital about how he would be released, that he went to this hospital. She knew he was
If
coming
it's
home
quick, he's
from
gonna
the
slip.
hospital. She knew it was in the bag, and he showed that picture of it backlit against the fire, trying to make it seem sinister.
They've already rolled in the
All
National
their
Guard.
medical papers in there. And we did that image again. Mr. Armstrong did this image for us, where you can get a little peek in the bag. And I would argue you can see medical papers. Though that big image, that big
And
image you
pills.
see looks like rolled up
Dude just
medical
got out.
that you get when you're discharged
The guy he
from
killed.
the hospital.
Yep. Child predator. Raped
And
5
Ms. Swart
children.
testified that he was given medications that day. Perhaps they didn't work. Perhaps there was a bad reaction. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But he was given them that day. He could not get the ones for future days because things were closed.
He's running around saying, "Shoot me, N-word, shoot me."
Balch did not testify that he
Oh,
thought
no
there was anything
way.
sinister in the
Oh
bag.
yeah, dude, it's fucking out of control.
He said he said something inaccurate at the time, but he said that he saw shampoo bottles and a water bottle. Mr. DeBruin. He did take some nice photographs, and he clearly wanted the world to know that he took some nice photographs. He's really more relevant to Mr. Zeminski. And he apparently, this is the photo of the bag. You can examine that further. Mr. DeBruin must have some problem with police and DA's offices. He goes to the detectives. He doesn't give a full story. He says, he testified to this. This is not me saying anything. He forgot things because he was so nervous because the door to the police station still had an unrepaired window. That caused him such nervousness that he could not give a full statement. He meets with us in a very polite, short meeting. He has very little relevance to this case that we knew about. And yes, we showed him some videos. Is this Josh Zeminski? Oh, no, it's not. Okay, would you see him in these other pictures? Yes. You don't know it's Josh Zeminski? Okay. Somehow that's us getting him to change his statement. What's that? We show him pictures, videos, say, is that Josh Zeminski? I don't know. We show him other pictures. Do you recognize that as the same person? Yes. That's not getting him to change his statement. We had him read a statement. Do you have anything to add to it? No. The next day, he goes over to Mr. Richards' office. All of a sudden, he knows all this extra information that wasn't in his statement. Oh, but he was so nervous meeting with us because we showed him a video or photograph that he took of Joshua Zeminski. And then what does he do? He goes and hires a lawyer very closely connected with a gossip blogger who attacks my office on a regular basis and who is very pro-witness. Another just funny
There it
coincidence
is.
in this case, just like how Mr. Hernandez, who doesn't live in this state, could hire any of the thousands of attorneys in Wisconsin or tens of thousands of attorneys in the state. But no, he hires an attorney who Kyle Rittenhouse's defense team has already paid money to that firm. What a coincidence.
Ooh, big conspiracy, bro.
So Mr. DeBruin doesn't tell us any information.
Put him in
then tries
prison
to
for
attack
it.
us, and then tells the defense a lot more information.
They should hang this kid. How dare he?
Mr. Rittenhouse denied pointing a gun at the yellow pants man, said he was being sarcastic. Well, Mr. Richards basically just admitted he did point the gun. So which is it? We know that Mr. Rittenhouse was going around that night trying to be a paramedic, a policeman, and a fireman without receiving any real training in any of them. Tough job to do all three at once. And he went around with his gun trying to scare people, to intimidate them, to not do minor property damage.
Can you arrange a quiet channel while
He's a
joking?
terrorist. He was there to see what's
Hell
going
no.
on, act important, be a big deal. And then the moment a little bit of
Channel
that
Wild
chaos
Token.
comes back at him, he cowardly shoots a man instead of fighting back. You put yourself in this situation, you know it's going to get out of hand. It gets a little out of hand. Someone is chasing me, and you have to shoot him. That is not privileged. That is not reasonable. And that is not what any reasonable person in the defendant's shoes would have done. We kept hearing about this rock in this hand. There's no evidence of there being a rock in that hand. Now, there's talk about how the defendant maybe have re-racked his gun. We don't see that in the video. We don't know what he did. But we do know that as Gage Grosskreutz is sitting there with his hands up, the defendant turns over his gun and is looking at it and is doing something with it. Fully reason, the defendant admitted to this, that he looked at the gun.
Gage Grosskreutz had a gun in his hand.
Mr. Grosskreutz could have assumed that he was re-racking and preparing to fire.
I hear you,
It
AZ.
does not mean that a unspent shell casing has to be on the ground. Officer Bray testified that she shot AR-15s. She knows AR-15s. If it jams and there's an unspent shell casing, the re-racking will take out the unspent shell casing. It does not have to be a live round. I don't know what he was doing with his gun, but it's certainly reasonable for Mr. Grosskreutz to interpret it that way. And then what does he do? He doesn't step back and take a firing position and shoot. He didn't shoot him 5 to 6 seconds earlier when Mr. Rittenhouse was being an active shooter after having killed his second person and shot at his third. He would have every right to have stopped Mr. Rittenhouse's activities at that point. But he didn't. He came up closer. He surrendered, and he said, he believed his surrender was not being accepted. Who shoots someone like this? Is he trying to shoot his own hand off? He never does anything about an actual position to shoot that gun. And as Mr. Richards admitted in his closing, when it's pointed at his head, his arm is already blown off. We're supposed to be so scared of Mr. Grosskreutz with his Glock when the defendant is holding a loaded AR-15. Then there's this preposterous argument that, Kelly Zeminski is holding a flashlight. It must be to bash heads. Certainly no one carries flashlights at night to walk home in the dark or walk to your car in the dark. I take when I take my dog for a walk. I'm looking to bash in heads? No. We hear about how, this vicious kick that, if you watch it live, did not seem to make much contact. Spun him 180 degrees. That is Kyle tracking him with the gun and shooting at him. He's moving as he's moving. That is not the force of the kick. And the video makes that clear. But again, we're grasping at straws and we're throwing out red herrings. And now a skateboard is a deadly weapon. Someone should tell all the parents and grandparents and Santa Claus giving skateboards this Christmas about how they're giving their children a deadly weapon.
You can crack someone's skull open with it.
Instead.
You motherfucker, you.
I'll kill any of you motherfuckers with a skateboard.
I used a skateboard to defend my life one time.
Taking that skateboard and trying to hold him down and trying to
you slit your
what
throat with
happened?
that.
The gun stayed attached to Mr. Rittenhouse. Because when the defense concocted this, they were trying to take my gun story, they left out that it is literally strapped to him. He shot an unarmed man 4 times because he was so scared that Mr. Rosenbaum was going to take the gun away from him when it was attached to him.
Evans, guys.
It's an absolute red herring. It is an absolute ridiculous argument. Imminent threat. Not, in 5 minutes after we get beat up, then I might be a threat. Imminent threat. You've heard all the videos. I'm not going to go into it any more great length, but when you listen to the crowd as Mr. Rittenhouse is running, they start yelling after as he's running. When they're
Kyle Rittenhouse trial.
Also, as people are approaching him at the end, they're asking, why did you shoot him? Why did you shoot him? These are people that were provoked because they witnessed an attack.
This is
or heard
the
shots,
Kyle
or
Rittenhouse
heard he was
trial. This
attacking,
is the prosecution
and they took
rebuttal and closing arguments.
As Mr. Bringer said, I probably wouldn't do it either. But that they did it is brave.
That's the other trial.
They did not
I
deserve to be
think
killed.
the Arbery trial.
Kyle Rittenhouse has such strong ties to Kenosha, but he needs Google Maps to find a business he says he's driven by every day. He supposedly knows Kenosha so well and is such familiar with Kenosha that he doesn't realize you can walk 1 block either way to get back to the car source. He didn't want to go back to the car source. He wanted to go see what was going on. He wanted to stay in the action. He wanted to continue to do things that would make him feel big and make him feel important.
I thought this was going to be 10 minutes.
These minor injuries we've heard the defendant have, again, Mr. Richards misstated the standard. It is not could have caused great bodily harm or death. It is not likely to have caused great bodily harm or death. It is imminent threat of death or great bodily harm. Where is that when you get a couple scrapes? Everybody takes a beating sometimes, right? Sometimes you get in a scuffle and maybe you do get hurt a little bit. That doesn't mean you start plugging people with your Full Metal Jacket AR-15 rounds, and no, bullets are not bullets. And we heard testimony about that. Mr. Richards mentioned this in opening, but apparently he's noticed that the evidence doesn't bear it out. He talks about this, how Mr. Rosenbaum put this shirt over his head to hide his identity because he's going to go ambush Kyle Rittenhouse. Well, then obviously watch the videos. He's had that shirt on his head for some time. Whether it's COVID, this is all pre-vaccine, as we know. Whether it's tear gas, whether it's fire, whatever it is, he's using it to protect his face, not as some evil plan to get Kyle Rittenhouse. They're setting this fire and they begin walking down Sheridan. There's no evidence that they knew he was coming. There's no evidence that they had any plan to get him. I'd submit to you that the Zeminskis and Mr. Rosenbaum were doing what they were doing all night. They were going to go bash that Duramax or start or stoke a fire. Kyle sees this and then he runs onto the scene. That's clear in the FBI video. He runs onto the scene. He puts down the fire extinguisher. He raises up his gun. Mr. Rosenbaum yells, "Gun, gun, gun." Why else would he yell that? It's very possible that while he was yelling friendly, 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 he's doing so while holding a loaded AR-15 at the Zeminskis. Mr. Rosenbaum was going to chase him out of there to end the danger. And Mr. Richards boasts that, you know, something along the lines, "You won't do shit, motherfucker." Well, Mr. Rosenbaum was wrong. Oh, that's an attaboy right there. Way to kill someone unarmed because you won't engage them. He raises the gun. He provokes the attack. He has to retreat. He has to exhaust all remedies before he regains the right to even use self-defense, not even to use deadly force. That's a whole other separate question. He does regain the use of self-defense if he exhausts all options. He does not. He could have ran.
This is not a speedy trial.
He had all sorts of different ways to exhaust his options. He did not do it. As I said in the beginning of my closing, I don't think you even need provocation. An unarmed man chasing you and you shoot him 4 times as he's falling, you kill him as he's falling in front of you.
Good point, C-Man.
You don't want to physically defend yourself. That's first-degree reckless homicide right there. And Mr. Richards kind of plays games with the name reckless. Reckless means not intentional in this circumstance. And you can read the jury instructions. You can come to your own conclusions. And fire an AR-15 in any circumstance like this shows utter disregard for human life. There's no other explanation for it. If you're shooting an AR-15 at close range of people, you have no disregard for human life. That's not really in any dispute. I want to leave you with this. The meaning of reasonable doubt. I'm going to read portions of this instruction. Obviously, you'll have the whole instruction. The term reasonable doubt means a doubt based upon reason and common sense. It is a doubt for which a reason can be given. A reasonable doubt is not a doubt which is based on mere guesswork or speculation. That's what the defense is asking you to guess what Mr. Rosenbaum was doing, to speculate what Mr. Rosenbaum was doing, to speculate and guess what Mr. Huber and this unidentified man were doing. We don't know because he killed 2 of them. All we can look at is the evidence and see him standing pretty much straight up, or exactly straight up, when he was shot in the hip and immobilized. A doubt which arises merely from sympathy or from fear to return a verdict of guilt is not a reasonable doubt. The defense's whole case has been trying to stoke sympathy for Mr. Rittenhouse and showing how everyone else was just a terrible person. Every life counts. Every life matters.
That camera should be panned out so we can see him.
They could have been prosecuted. It's not up for Mr. Rittenhouse to be the judge, the jury, and eventually the executioner. A reasonable doubt is not a doubt such as may be used to escape the responsibility of a decision. There's a lot going on in this case. We all know that. We all knew that from the day we walked in on November 1st. But this verdict should be about what the facts are and what Mr. Rittenhouse did. That's what the 12 of you who go to deliberate will go and decide. You are the fact finders. You decide what is beyond a reasonable doubt. You decide what he is guilty or not guilty of from this menu of options that you now have.
Not sure, Danny.
An imminent threat. The only imminent threat that night was Mr. Rittenhouse. He was not acting in legal, justified self-defense.
He's being a fucking human.
He's guilty. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Krause. Members of the jury, the time has now come when the great burden of reaching a just, fair, and conscientious decision in this case will be placed wholly with you jurors selected for this most important duty. You will not be swayed by sympathy, passion, prejudice, or political beliefs. You will disregard any impression which you may have regarding what you believe to be my opinions on the guilt or innocence of the defendant. You will disregard the claims or opinions of any other person or news media or social networking site. You will pay no heed to the opinions of anyone, even the President of the United States or the President before him. The founders of our country gave you and you alone the power and the duty to decide this case based solely on the evidence presented in this court. You will fearlessly keep faith with those who have entrusted to you the fair rendition of justice and the protection of our freedom. You will be very careful and deliberate in weighing the evidence. I charge you to keep your duties steadfastly in mind and as upright citizens to return just and true verdicts. You will decide only whether the defendant is guilty or not guilty of the offenses which are charged. Any consequences of your verdict are matters for me alone to decide and must not affect your deliberations. It will be for you to determine whether the defendant is guilty or not guilty as to each of the offenses charged or submitted. You must make a finding as to each count of the information. Each count charges a separate crime, and you must consider each one separately. Your verdict for the crime charged in one count must not affect your verdict on any other. This is a criminal and not a civil case, and therefore, before you can reach a verdict which may lawfully be received, it must be reached unanimously. In a criminal case, all 12 jurors must agree. in order to arrive at a verdict. When you retire to the jury room, select one of your members to preside over your deliberations. That presiding juror's vote is not entitled to any greater weight than that of any other juror. We're going to stop at this point, and I'm going to ask that you return tomorrow. I'm going to let you take a vote. When you want to start tomorrow, you can choose 8, you can choose 8:30, you can choose 9. How many would be in favor of starting at 8:30? How many want to start at 9? I missed 8, didn't I? How many still want to start at 8? How many would like to start at 9? All right, that's the clear consensus. Well, it's not a consensus, but clear plurality, probably majority, I think. And so we'll start at 9 tomorrow, as we have been. The case is ready for decision by a jury of 12. We don't have that. And it's just as important as ever. I'd say more so, except that it was always important, that you not discuss the case with anyone. And you won't have to resist that much longer now, because you'll be able to decide the case. Please don't read, watch, or listen to any account of the trial or anything to do with the trial. And tomorrow morning we'll assemble, and as I indicated earlier, the tumbler over there will be used. All of your numbers will be placed in there, and 6 of the, well, assuming there are still 18 of you, 6 of them will be drawn out, and those persons will be held in reserve and will not join the 12 in deliberation. We're going to retain you here in the building. Those of you who are not selected will stay here in the building, and in the event that your services are needed as we continue the case. And then the 12 of you who are the jury selected will commence your deliberations at that point. So again, no talking about the case. Please don't read, watch, or listen to any account of the trial. Any questions, anybody? Enjoy the evening. We'll see you tomorrow.
Acquitted.
So can the jury make the final decision, or does the judge have to?
The jury deliberates.
Can the jury overrun the judge?
Absolutely. That's the check and balance. That's what separates us from the Canadians.
I had a fair trial. Same shit everywhere.
You always take it to trial. You always threaten to take it to trial, because it's going to cost them a lot more than it's going to cost you.
Yeah.
Feel me?
Cost me 80 G's.
Yeah, I got to get caught up on this. Oh shit, I totally missed it.
Danny, he was.
I know nothing of
surrounded
this
the
case,
whole
and I picked
time.
up a lot, but damn.
Yeah, Danny, he was.
That young fella right
the
there
whole
defended
time.
himself from a bunch of people that had a bunch of guns. I seen the whole fucking shit.
Wisconsin has strict self-defense.
You're going to want to be here, and you better be. 9 o'clock tomorrow morning.
You better be, he says.
I sent it to you electronically.
That's good.
Yeah, about 2:45, I think.
He's the big whirly whirl. Big whirly whirl.
All right.
Damn. That's an interest. I knew nothing of this case till just
Oh yeah.
when I was told to share it. And told or asked, and I shared it and picked up everything. But the videos I'd like to see
Did
to
we
make my
lose?
own kind of judgment. You know what I mean?
You have co-host.
We need a co-host.
Did we lose? Who did we lose? We
We lost everybody. Epic.
Yeah, we lost Clover and Epic.
I'm pretty sure this shit's done though, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
It's doing the World
Yep,
of Wizard
it's
shit.
done.
So I'll stop
All right.
sharing.
I guess everybody's just leaving.
Everybody fell asleep? Fine.
Yeah.
Either that or they went to fucking visit a hippie.
Yeah, man. I guess everybody's over on hippies.
All right.
All right, let's ride out.
All right.
Peace.
Maybe I'll just hold on to the feed a little bit. Shame Canadian. I guess no one can come up because I can't bring anyone up. So I can't be the Gorilla Show. I guess I'll have to log out too. But I'll wait a little bit to maybe the Slow might come back or Epic or I don't know. I'll see what's up. That case is kind of interesting, but in Canada, I had a friend that got surrounded by a bunch of people downtown Ottawa with his girlfriend, and he was getting beat up, and he ran away, and he pulled out a knife. The first person that came, he stabbed him. He ran some more. Another person came and stabbed him. He stabbed about 4 or 5 people. None of them died or nothing, but he did time for having the knife and using it in self-defense, which I don't really understand, but that's what happened to him. Whether he had a bad defense or I don't know that kind of situation, but it's kind of the same case. But do we have the right to defend ourselves? I don't know why anyone's there in the first place. That's my thing is, why is the young man there? And why are the other young men there? Why is everyone there? We're in the streets doing what? What are we accomplishing? Just killing each other, hurting each other, and killing each other. It doesn't make sense to me. I had another kickboxer friend that went over to a club. A young man went over to a club and got into a fight over a girl and got pushed out and fought some bouncers. I think the bouncers got involved, and he had a knife on him, and he stabbed somebody that died. He went to prison for that also. So. Actually, come to think about it, a lot of the people I met in prison that were in for murder, it seemed like a self-defense thing, but as soon as you bring a weapon against a non-weapon, I think it makes a difference. Hey, Blue Steel, I think the host and the co-host dipped out. The trial was too boring, so everyone bounced. So I can't bring anyone up. At least I get to say stuff now. The Chad's in the house too. Good to see you guys. Ashamed Canadian. Sorry, your videos got stricken or taken down, I guess. Which were the videos that got taken? Epic got 41 likes so far, I think, and he's not even here. This kind of reminds me of like going outside. When we used to go outside, kind of reminds me of like hanging out, smoking some weed on some crazy block that the whole world could access. It's pretty interesting, except what about the Sally Ann got taken down? Really? So you got a strike for someone playing music on your stream? Interesting. Hey, Slow, do you want me to keep it going until you guys figure it out or start a new one, or should I drop off, or what do you want me to do? What's up, Living Skies? Hey, go back upstairs. Well, I'd like to take this opportunity to announce myself as the king of Turtle Island. I'm Gorilla Circle. This is Little Gorilla. Yeah. Say hi. My little 1-year-old is here. Stop. We'll come back, Blue Steel, after you take your dog for a walk. Hold up, I gotta take this one out of here. Slow, do you want me to shut it down? Or like leave the studio?
Yo, Gorilla. Slow burner, why can't you let yourself up? I just signed back in. I was signed out for some reason. But try to come up now. You should be good. Just sign back in. Yeah, I just got your text. Let's do it if you want.
I just tried to. Yeah, some reason it booted me out. I don't know why.
All right, stay here. I'll get it ready.
Hold on, I need to do a pin and shit. I don't. We have to redo it all.
Yeah, you're right. So text me when you sent it, and I'll
Okay,
send you the pin right away.
I'll start it up right now.
So you guys are back.
Yeah, we're gonna start up
Yeah.
another one, Gorilla.
All right, I'll pop down.
Okay, shut this one down, Epic. I'll start up another one. Okay.
All right.